Yerp.
Good, bro. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we live, bro. We live. I can hear you. I can see you.
All right, bet. I'm playing with this mic a little bit, trying to get this mic right. Cause
You got it. I'll take you off the stage. That's my guy Rome out there in Seattle. Backstage. Hello again. Keith McPherson here for another game watch along live stream as your New York Yankees look to force the rubber match against the M's, the Pacific Northwest Seattle Mariners. Logan Gilbert on the mound for them, Max Fried on the mound for us. This could be another pitcher's duel. Don't mind my voice. The weather is broken and I'm a little under the weather. But, I champed it out today. Got through the day, did what I had to do. Went up to Yankee Stadium today. Had a good time today at the food tasting. And now let's have a good time tonight watching the game, yo. Let's have a good time tonight. Hopefully getting a win, yo. There we go. The good folks at Live on Assist will get our score bug up. But we're about to be underway. Let me know if my stream is behind. Trent Grisham steps into the batter's box. Logan Gilbert is ready. Grisham is ready. They make eye contact. Here comes the first pitch, and we are underway. Ball high. Rome, you good?
all right, I think we. Yep. You can hear me? Go okay.
I can see you good. I can hear you good. We in there. I see the chat
Okay,
going already.
let me sync this up because I think my stream is a few seconds ahead of yours.
Perhaps. It happens. There'll be people in the chat that'll be ahead.
What's been going down, bro? How you feeling about the season so far? 5 games in.
Oh, I feel good. Congrats on the win last night. Paul Blackburn. What can you do? We just ended up with Paul Blackburn on the mound, couple singles, and when you got last licks, you got home field advantage. You get walked off, but I feel good the way they started against the Giants, and even some things from last night. Like that was Ryan Weathers' first start, and Stanton looks good. Judge is not even right, but he's still there, and the bullpen has been excellent. So far, the bullpen's given up 1 run. The starting pitchers have given up 2 runs. It is what it is.
Dang, so the bullpen 1 run. That was the Cal Raleigh walk off last night.
Yeah, and good for Cal Raleigh. They sat him down to get his head right, and then they pinch hit him, and he's the man out there. You could talk about it. He got to play hero.
Yeah. See, here's the thing. Here's where the media like situation gets a little crazy because Cal traditionally only catches like, if they're playing, let's just say they play 6 games in a week, Cal's probably going to catch 5. Like he's always going to sit one of
Right.
them.
He'll
And
DH.
last year, yeah, exactly. And last year, he was always either DHing on the Miller day or the Castillo day. So Castillo pitched to Garver quite a bit. They have a something going, and I mean, you saw it again yesterday because that looked like 2022 Luis Castillo.
Yeah, he dominates the Yankees. The Yankees got nothing for him. The Yankees could have traded for him back when y'all traded for him and did not. And ever since, he's dominated the Yankees. Seen it 5 times. So Trent Grisham pops out for the first out. Here comes Judge. All rise. Judge batting 188 looks stupid right now. Don't make
Yeah,
no sense.
all these
It's early.
WBC dudes, bro. They're all struggling, bro.
Facts. Even they used caution last night with Camilo Duvall, and I believe that's because of the World Baseball Classic usage. They just used him to get Julio Rodriguez out, and a lot of Yankee fans were crying, how come he couldn't do more? And it's like, that's all they scheduled him for. Like, they're not going to push anybody yet this early in the season. Other guys got to get work. Paul Blackburn had to get work. All
That's
right,
the
let me
other
welcome
thing.
in the chat. I know I'm neglecting y'all. I'm live on TikTok. So for the people that are live on TikTok, if you would like to see my guest, my guy Rome, you got to go to my YouTube. You got to go to my Twitter and tap in with me there because that's where I'm on StreamYard. And for everybody on YouTube, give me 1 second to kind of get this score bug in, so you guys can see that, and then we'll roll. Okay. Let me copy the link. Copy the link.
Shout out to all y'all Yankee
Paste.
fans. While he's doing that, shout out to the Bleacher Creatures, everybody listening, everybody supporting, all the KM to AM fans. You know what it is.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Struck Judge out. Struck Judge out on 5 pitches. Logan Gilbert is a dog.
Yeah,
I
he
mean,
is.
you guys got great pitching. You got a great pitching staff. I
Is that a
wanted y'all to do it
splitter?
last year. What'd you say?
I said, was that the splitter? I couldn't tell.
No, I wasn't even looking. Either whatever it was, Judge was not on time with it. Let me go to
Yeah,
game
bro.
day.
I got a text today.
He struck him out, swinging strike. He struck him out with a curveball.
Okay, curveball from one of my homies. He's a huge LA sports fan, but he's from out
No, it
here.
was the splitter. The curveball.
Was
The
the splitter?
curveball was a second strike. Yep.
Okay, yeah. My homie out here was like, "Yo," he's like, "How did I not know the Mariners were the only team to never play in the World Series before?" And I was just like,
Tragic.
"Yeah, bro, like that's why last year was so tough because we were right there. Like when I tell you, right after
You could feel
that
it.
Cal home run, I was like, nah, these boys ain't got nothing for us, like at all." And then the wonky stuff started happening, like Brian Wu. Hey, he went and gutted it out, and I want to say he put the runners on base that Bizzardo ended up giving the home run for. I can't remember.
Yep. I forget as
Bro,
well. I was in the
it
bar
was
watching
tragic,
that.
man.
I was obviously rooting against the Blue Jays.
Yeah. Yeah, they was on y'all head, bro. I was watching off on the timeline. I didn't realize that there was beef between Toronto and y'all like that.
There really isn't. It's one-sided. We don't think about them. They were in last place the year before. We look at them as frauds. We look at them as the Toronto Blue Jays. They always looking up to us. They always trying to get like us. It's been a long time since they even got back to a World Series. So they were feeling themselves last year. They got it. They got it.
Yeah, right. But hey, I mean,
They hate the Yankees, the most. That's what they say. They hate the Yankees more than any other team. It's like, we don't hate y'all though. Like, we don't look at y'all like that.
yeah, I get it.
All right, let me
I
go
get it.
here.
That's like when that whole MLB rivalries thing came out, and our rival was supposed to be the Angels, and I'm like, we don't think anything about the Angels, bro. We don't think about Trout. Don't think about none of them. It's the Astros, and the Astros. That's it. Maybe the Texas Rangers sometimes, but it's mostly the Trastros. That's it.
Word. Cody Bellinger ends his 0 for skid, base knock. Good hitting, good piece of hitting. All right, now let me see here if I can bring this score bug in. This is how it's got to be set up here. Share screen, score bug, share. Yeah, then that takes you and I away.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's got to be a way.
I mean, I see it.
Yeah, I see it too, but it's like we got to be bigger, right? Because like this is the fit when it's one person
Right.
maneuvering this now.
Yeah. Thank you for the patience, y'all. It's early in this is spring training for us, figuring it out.
Of course. Let me see. This might be the way to rock. If I can go and make this big.
Yeah, we got action.
Okay. That's close.
Damn.
Ben Rice smokes one through.
That was a crazy
And the
path to the ball,
Yankees
man.
strike first. And the New York Yankees waste no time getting a run across tonight. They didn't sleep good last night in the Pacific Northwest. Sleepless in Seattle. 1-0 us. Let's go. Let's go.
God, it was on time. It was up the line. Feel like that run is going to come back to it's going to be a big story in the game, especially if we're looking at a game like yesterday. Damn, that's gonna drop. Oh, you're muted, bro.
I said, Stanton, stay hot. Another run scores. 2-zip. So, yeah, I'm just figuring with this shit now.
I would be sick if I'm Logan Gilbert right now. Victor Robles, bro. That's 2 plays in a row. Like if that was Randy doing that, okay, like that's how Randy plays outfield. But Victor Robles, bro, come on, like you're supposed to be the better fielder, like the best fielder out there besides Julio. I
Like,
get you're playing
ideally,
D.
I
I
get this
understand.
to be like here, not here. There's no way to stretch this. Let's see.
There should be. There's a x-axis and a
Maximize.
y-axis too on it. But I when I did it, I had to go through OBS to do it. But I wonder if in
Yeah.
StreamYard it allows you to do that too.
I ain't been on OBS since like 2019.
Yeah.
Yo,
That's
TikTok
what
chat, I see y'all, man. If y'all wanna talk to my guests and be able to see my guests, you got to go to YouTube. You got to go to Twitter for the full experience. The score bug is over there as well. Nana, I appreciate you in the chat, bro. You're the GOAT, bro. Not me. You the GOAT. Andrew, I see you. Jesse, I see you. Appreciate y'all pulling up. Paul, I see you with the KM to AM in the chat. User 213, good evening. Family as well. Everybody's about to be asleep. My son, I hope, is asleep. Let me check the baby cam. Cause he trying to stay up too late. Look at Stanton running.
bro, what is happening right now? Like the tag was down and then the ball comes out your mid. Like that's barbecue chicken, bro.
Skip Stanton is like, yeah, baby, I'm in there. His big loafing, lumbering, big body ass. Millsap, what's the score? It's 2-zip. 2-zip Yanks. On some simple baseball shit. A single. Some simple baseball shit. Putting the ball in the play. I'll take it. We ain't got a homer.
Thank
Jazz
you,
strikes out.
What up, Pamela?
Inning over.
Damn, they look like they were partying last night. But let me chill. Let me
man.
relax. Like I knew that.
I hope they weren't partying on a Monday after one win, but you never know. These are ball players. That's how they get down.
Bro, it night of the week don't matter. When it's sunny outside, they outside. Like that's just what it is, you know.
You would know better than I know out there. Same shit in
And
New York, though.
I don't blame him, you know.
In New York,
It was a good
they
day.
got access to places and things where they could go out whenever they want and not be bothered.
Right. Good old starlets, huh?
I ain't never been to Starlets,
I know,
but
I know a
I
little about a
guess.
little.
I guess.
Love me some New York though.
I guess. The only strip club I've been to in New York is Sapphires.
The only reason I know about starlets is because that's like the famous one that everybody talks about. They got the song and the songs and everything. So
Sapphire I went to. I don't even know which one I went to. And I actually went there with the MLB Fan Cave crew. I like convinced them one night, like, yo, let's go to the strip club. Like, it's just a different night, right? Like, and it was late and the strip club stay open late. And when we pulled up, they tried to front on us. They're like, oh, the club is at capacity. I knew that shit was not at capacity. And we were young at the
14
time.
people in there.
Right. It
Yeah.
was really, there's more strippers in there than people in the club. And I ended up buying a bottle to flex. I regretted that shit, though. Because it was one of them things, like, if you want to get in the club, you got to buy $1,000 bottle. I'm like, I did it to flex, just to be like, move out of my way, let me in the club. I was mad for about 2 weeks after that. Like, damn, that was a waste of $1,000.
I definitely have had my time of like it's like the whole, you know, you're in like a store or something like that and people following you like you're about to steal something or whatever. And you're like, I'll buy this whole damn store up. Like, I don't know what you're talking. Give me that up there. Whatever that is. I don't care how much it costs. Run this. Take this Chase Sapphire car.
Yo, what I love even more, because I don't get that too much anymore now. But what I love even more is when I'm in the store and people think I work there.
Oh yeah, that's nasty. Like, yo, man, where can I find the eggs?
I'll just stare at you. I just stare at you, and then I ask you something. I ask you
Right,
something like, "You got this in a size large?" They're like, me? Like, yeah, I don't work here, bro. I don't work here, bro. Do I look
right.
like I work here? Am I wearing what the people work here wearing? Like
That part
that has
too.
happened to me multiple times.
Like, this is not the bodega shirt, bro. What you talking about?
It'd be
Like,
something stupid too. It'd be like a department store.
oh yeah.
It'd be like a Macy's or something. It'd be
Yep, yep. Okay, Rob. Oh, that
former
was
Yankee
nasty.
Rob Refsnyder flies out. Bellinger's camped out under it.
That's that cold Pacific Northwest air, because that looked like it jumped off his back. Yo, so tell me about the food event, because I went to ours a few weeks ago. What's Yankee Stadium food looking like?
It was hitting, but like what I say is I went up there and did all that. And then the thing that like went viral out of it, I did not even get. It was disguised. It was ice cream disguised as chicken. And so when I
Mm,
saw it, I was like, I don't want it. It looked like terrible chicken.
yeah,
uh, and I wasn't really going up there to eat like that. Some people were going up there having their whole breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I was just going up there to vibe, see some people, get some content. Um, I've done that before, and honestly, what I'll say is too, the line to get in was deep, and
hmm,
it just shows me how much media has changed. I did it in 2018, and it was only like writers, reporters for newspapers, guys that wrote papers, really. Now it's like influencers and content creators, and it's like so many people like they're just like doing it for like they're like taking a big bite. They're like setting
yeah,
their cameras up and they're
yeah.
acting. And
It's
I'm not
kind of
I'm
nasty.
it is nasty when you see it in real life because I'm not on it like that. Like I do the influencer content creator shit, but I don't live that life like that. Like I'm not beasting. Like I went over to the side. There's like a side outside area where you could see the stadium, and there was two girls out there, and they were acting like they owned the whole outside area. And I'm like, I want to get a shot with the scoreboard. I'm like, can I get like, can I? Excuse me. I'm like, and more
Like,
people are coming
move.
out. I'm like, yo, you guys don't own the stadium. You don't own this spot. You don't own this event. Like, you guys can't just come out here and like. This one girl was laying on the ground while her friend was filming her. It was like it was OD, bro. It was OD. But I was like, this is influencers in the wild. They're doing everything for the shot. They're doing everything to try and make this look like something for them to edit.
And you know, bro, like, we're older. You know what I mean? So, like, of course, to us, we're like, that's y'all
Nah,
got that. But
yeah,
it's the
like I'm not
game
doing all
today,
that.
and hate
Y'all
it.
beasting. Y'all beasting for the internet. I'll get a couple,
Yeah,
shots off, and really, I just wanted to get an intro, like, yo, welcome to Yankee Stadium with the opening day screen in the background. But yo, these girls they were wilding, and I was like, yo, let me just go over there and shoot my little intro. I'll do 3 takes. I'll get out your way. You got it.
mhm,
But yeah,
mm-mm. Yeah, bro.
cards
Ours
for
was,
the stuff. I'm like, I wasn't even paying attention, bro. I was talking to people. It was just good to see people.
yeah.
This is what
One
I'm
of
talking
the
about right here. This joint right here.
oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Nah, y'all got it. I don't want no ice cream that looks like crispy flakes on it, bro. No thing. I mean, hey,
Yo, I
like that.
dead ass, I dead ass thought it was. I thought it was like a little kids thing. Like, you know how you order you got kids. You order your kids chicken tenders. They come with five. They only eat two.
Yep.
So I'm thinking that's a $30 little chicken bucket for the kiddies.
Right, right.
Nah, there were grown ass people in there that made full on videos like it's ice cream. Eating it. So it's good. That's gonna get people to come out to the stadium. People are gonna
I
people are
would
gonna
say
come out to the
that's what
stadium just for that.
I get it. That's what it's for. You know what I mean? Like, that's the game today, regardless of, you know, who likes it, who hates it. It's just like, it's crazy you said that about the difference in who shows up at these events, because one of our longtime sports radio guys, Softy, he was talking about being on Radio Row this year for the Super Bowl. And
Yeah.
shout out Seattle Seahawks. Have to shout them out.
See,
Um,
y'all weren't meant to go to the World Series because you had a Super Bowl coming. Y'all would
nah,
have been
we was
spoiled
meant
as
to be on
hell.
our Boston, bro. We was meant to do both. Boston '04, bro. We was trying to get it. But he was talking about, he's like, Radio Row is just so different. He's like, all the guests are being interviewed by influencers now.
Right.
Like, so radio is kind of, from what he said, he's like, radio's losing its juice a little bit. Like, they're just trying to pull people. And like most of like the younger players and the younger people affiliated with the game would rather talk to them. And it makes sense. It's like you're gonna ask them some stuffy media question versus like these influencer people. It's just like, yo, like, where do you get your taper at, or whatever.
Everything is for a brand. Everything is calculated. Everything, like, now there's just everything has integrated marketing and business. And you don't know it. The product placement is so good and so woven in. Like Bounty is there every year, and they get NFL players to wear Bounty varsity jackets, green jackets with a B on them, and you don't know it's a Bounty varsity jacket. It's got a green B on it. Radio
That's the
Row,
Yep.
me being somebody that works in radio and went to school for radio, you dream of getting to go to Radio Row.
Right.
WFAN, we didn't send anybody to Radio Row. Not saying that like WFAN is the standard, but it is one of the
Right.
top media markets and one of the first, like the first ever sports talk station.
In the biggest city in
WFAN
the States.
WFAN used to go years ago. Odyssey was out there with some shows, but it's just different now because it's just a media extravaganza. Max Fried strikes him out. Josh Naylor goes down. You got the stopper on tonight. You got Max Fried on tonight. All right, now that we're
I
getting this
know.
commercial, let me try and hit the chat. TikTok chat, I'll type to y'all. But let me say what's good to some of the people that popped in early gang. Let me put the chat on the screen. Ray was in here. He was looking at the Yankee background. Yankee girl says, "Hope they can win today. Hope we continues." How about them White Sox? I don't know. I wasn't watching the White Sox, bro. I got Marlins, Red Sox, and White Sox. They spell White Sox with an X, by the way. Same thing with the Red Sox. They don't spell those SOCKS. How's that new stadium? Yankee Stadium is not new anymore. It's the new stadium compared to the old stadium, though. I got to run across the street. I'll be back in a minute, bro. You got it. Yo, I love when y'all sign off. I love when y'all be in the chat. Like, yo, I'll be right back, Keith. I'm like, I'll be here.
Right.
KM to AM. You're miss you on the fan. That's what they saying. Pam, what's good? Yankees girl says Yankees win. Yeah, we up 2-0. We got to win now. Headband, yeah, got the bandana tonight. Got the hair, yo, because it was hot today. Check my swag. Check my swag. Like, I got the basketball jersey on. I got the bandana, hair tied up, because today it got hot. We touched 80 in the city today. I was like, wow,
It's a
we this
blessing.
close. It's about to be summertime before you know it. It's April about to be. Let's see what else we got in this chat. Your stoner detective with his wrench checking in. My gang. Yankee girl always showing love. Amazing jersey headband and bottle. Shout out to Poland Spring. Let's see. Devils Rangers had a crazy fight tonight. Keith, did you watch the Devils game? I did not. Something's got to give. Something's got to give. It's 7:00. I'm making dinner. Actually, my wife made dinner tonight, and I had my son at the park because it was warm. 7:30, we eating dinner. 8:00, it's like, we got to hustle and get him in the bath, and then 8:30 bedtime, and hope he sleep by 9. Keith has an A-Rod jersey on. Nah, you know what jersey this is. They never retire A-Rod's jersey. You know what this is. This is Joey Gallo. 1-3. For the gram. That's all it is, bro. This is what I'm talking about. Let me see if I can send this. Let me send this video of these girls I was talking about. I don't know, and I'm not hating on them. I'm just saying, like watching them get their content, I was like, yeah. I was like, these are influencers in the wild. I bet you they got 100,000 followers somewhere though. I bet you they're probably like that because they do stuff like that. Let me see if I can add it to this stream. Maybe if I present video file. Yeah, so it's a 2-second video. I was like, I gotta capture this. So check these influencers out.
It's a big dog.
Let me see here if I can get You good, Rome? I heard the baby voice and I hit mute on your mic. I know the game.
Yeah.
All right, so check out these influencers, bro. This is Yankee Stadium. See the girl on the ground? She's got 2 helmets. She's got 2 like ice cream helmets. I don't know what they were shooting. Like, I'm sure she probably like.
That's so funny.
She says that's so funny. I bet you you see the video, and it's like.
That's so funny.
I bet you see the video, and it's like, oh my god, dead. I'm so dead. Ice cream in a helmet.
Died.
Ice cream in the helmet to die for. To die for. Actually. And back to the game. 1 out. Top of the second here. Caballero at the plate. 0-1 count. Logan Gilbert, 34 pitches in. Yankees still lead 2-0. We're chilling. When the Yankees put up runs early, it just lightens the mood. You know, you just can relax a little bit. You could chill a little bit. You don't got to worry about nothing. 2 is not enough, though. Not to beat this lineup, not this pitcher. Need a little more.
130 mil from
Good, Vic.
Cole Emerson just got the bag.
Man.
8 years. That's smart that y'all paid.
Look, I was talking about
doing.
this. Yeah, bro. Like for one, if in case there is a labor stoppage, and we all know if there is, that amount is going to go up for these young players. So not only do you get him under before, but like you got to pay Kirby, you got to pay Wu, and you got to pay Logan. Personally, like if you would have asked me last year, I would have said that Kirby was the odd one out. But from what it sounds like, because Logan's going to be first up, I want to say Logan has 1 more year after this year.
Yeah.
And it's they've said that their sides aren't close. Now, again, Logan is one of those where like this is a notoriously cheap organization, and like Logan has the dominant numbers. He doesn't have the wins though, because they never give him run support on his starts, like ever. It's nasty. But like the stuff, like he's basically your pseudo ace, and I don't foresee a world where you go out there and try to get Scooble, you know. So it's like Logan is probably, unless you think that Wu or one of the Cade Anderson or Ryan Sloan's gonna overtake him when they get called up. But like Logan's like your guy, like he's the one that you want. Game 7 starter, you want Logan to be the one to start. So I don't know what's going on, bro. I know Logan's people were like, Scooble's about to reset the pitchers market. Why are we going to rush to sign right now, especially if we have a labor stoppage? We're going to get the bag. So we're not trying to mess with you. So Jerry's trying to get as many low cost control contracts as he can that are position players. Like he got Cal done, he got Julio done, he got Naylor done, he got Cole Emerson done. I again wouldn't be surprised if he tries to get Brendan Donovan done. But if I'm Donovan's people, I'm going to free agency. Like I'm going to free agency and make this team pay for my services like Naylor did. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, we know that they don't really want to pay nobody historically. So interesting moves that they're making now. And, you know, you got to win now. That's the thing. You got this team. You go get Brendan Donovan, and Cal Raleigh was runner up to the MVP. You got this rotation. You got guys in the bullpen. You got Randy Arozarena, Josh Naylor. Like, now's the time. Got to try and win this year.
Absolutely. The window is open as it's ever going to be right now. And next year you lose JP Crawford, which is a captain. You lose most likely Randy. I don't see a world where they bring Randy back, but like, your farm is pretty deep, but it's just a matter of if they pay off. This ballpark, believe it or not, is really difficult to hit in for some reason for them.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's mental or what, but they can go to any other ballpark and they mash. They come home and it's 1-0, 2-1. Like, it's just difficult for them.
Yeah. I mean, I think historically that ballpark is a tough ballpark to hit in. It's a nice place, I tell a story all the time. Going out there for the All-Star game, when I met you, bro, that was my first time ever going to Seattle. That was my first time ever seeing that ballpark, ever seeing the Pacific Northwest. And I was like, damn, it's nice as hell. All of it. All of the city, the ballpark, everywhere. I'm like, yo, I don't know. It took me so long. It's just all the way across the country. But I'm like, I got to figure out how to come back. Yeah, it's a long flight. And that's another thing. I was just telling a story, I think, last night about how the Ubers were like $70-$80 from the airport to downtown. I'm not jacking it. I'm from Jersey. I'm from New York City, right? From Jersey, but I'm in New York City for years now. We take the train. I've taken that.
Right.
I've taken that subway train far as hell. So what I look like paying a $70-$80 Uber in Washington? I think I paid the ticket that I paid for to get downtown was like $3, and nobody checked me for a ticket. Nobody asked me for a ticket on the whole ride. It was a long ride.
You talking about our train?
Yeah, the train in Washington that goes from the airport to the city. I think it was a $3 ticket, and the whole time nobody said, "Hey, sir, can I see your ticket? Hey, where you headed? What stop you getting off? Can I see your ticket?" Nobody checked. I'm like, I could have rode this for free, but whatever. It was $3. What I'm saying is, in New York, there's no setup like that for you to get from LaGuardia or JFK. You got to get on multiple trains, and you got to have a ticket for real. You can't even enter. Like, you got to subway. You got to have a Metro card. Now you got to have a tap card. And then those other trains, you got to actually buy a ticket.
Yeah, it's hit or miss though, because they do patrol quite a bit. You coming from the airport, they probably weren't necessarily checking for that one, but like in the inner city stops, they're definitely checking for that. Because I used to take the train to the games, and now it's just convenient for me to drive because I'm a creature of convenience now in my older age. But like, yeah, bro, nobody's checking for that because you're all going to the same place. They're not worried about, whatever it is. Get out. Damn, good catch.
I think you're ahead.
Oh,
you're watching Randy Rosarena's at bat? Yep.
Yeah.
You're probably like 5 seconds ahead of me.
Okay.
And Trent Grisham tracks it down in center field. He's there.
That's what I'll do. I'm gonna just, when shit happens, I'm gonna pause and wait for you to say it, and then I'll react.
Nah, go ahead and react. It's all good. It's
because that's like
game 5.
When you watch it,
I was saying people that I'm like, yo, this ain't the World Series. It's game 5, bro. It's game 5.
That's a fact.
I'm not tripping.
Nah, that's like when one person got YouTube TV and the other person got Fubo, because Fubo be like a minute behind all of the action. It was.
I got Fubo.
Oh, so yeah, Fubo be hella behind, man.
Yeah, I'm used to it. I used to work there. I used to be answering customer service emails and like dealing with people. Like, I was at Fubo in the early days of Fubo when, they'd be doing Champions League, and Champions League stream would crash, and people would be on the Facebook, people would be on the Twitter, they'd be going in on us, and I'm like, sorry, we can give you a free month.
Right, we'll give you.
I remember getting tight because like I did social media managing. And I remember pushing back at the bosses, like they're like, you got to answer all these people. We got to like do customer service. I'm like, I didn't get this job to do customer service. I was young and I was dumb. Right. And I learned. They're like, it's a startup. It's all hands on deck. So I remember spending a whole night like writing back to people with these like generic responses and being mad about it. But I got over it. And then I realized, like, you're working at a startup, bro. This is a startup company that like everybody's got to help. You have access to all of the Facebook, Twitter, Instagram stuff. Way before AI could automate that type of stuff, like you got to physically go and respond to these people. Struck him out. Max Fried is locked in. Brendan Donovan, sit down. Nice. JC Escar behind the plate tonight. Post and Go says Max is unreal tonight. Yeah, he's locked in, bro. He's the stopper. That's why I was saying to Rome, yo, you guys got the stopper tonight. I forget the numbers that I saw. I forget who posted them. Max Fried, stopper.
And see, we're not even running his pitch count up enough to even try to get to the bullpen. He might go 8.
I would love that. that would be swell. That would be swell to force the rubber match. I need a cough drop, bro. I'm trying not to cough in the mic. I keep muting my mic to, when you're on the radio, they have an actual cough button. So if you cough, it's like a trigger. You can hit it at the same time and like mute your cough. The off and on is a click. It's like you click it on, you click it off. The cough button is a quick release trigger. Just tap and go.
Yeah.
I ain't got that right here. I got the Ricola though. Ricola should hit me up, yo. It's product placement. Yo, where's the ad, bro? Where's the ad, bro? Yo, what ad was I watching? Would you do some Wingstop shit? Did you have something like that? You did something recently.
I did. I didn't. It wasn't no ad though. It was just I was just eating it. It did look like an ad though, for real, for real.
I thought it was an ad.
Mm-mm.
I thought it was integrated marketing. I thought it was a ad spend, content creator shit. Lance said the Knicks are down by 20. I'm gonna watch the highlights in the morning. I've been told y'all I'm not a Knicks fan. I was never going. When y'all were planning the parade for the Knicks, yeah, I was never going. I might have humored y'all on the radio a little bit, but I never thought the Knicks were winning the finals after firing their coach and hiring Mike Brown and all that other shit they were talking. Nope.
Wait, so today, March 31st, basically, almost April 1st on the East Coast, who is the best team in New York as of today?
The Yankees. The Yankees.
Feeling
it ain't the Islanders. It ain't the Mets.
Damn sure ain't the Nets either.
Nah, then the Nets are barely a New York team. They don't get any love in the city for real. They get disrespected. I'm wearing Brooklyn Nets right now. I got the hooping shorts on.
Come on. I saw a potential Zion trade, which is funny because that was one of the two teams where I was just like, because a lot of people are like, oh, Zion's not gonna play. I'm like, Zion will start playing when you get him out of New Orleans, and they're like, where could he realistically go? And I was just like, I guarantee you, Zion went to Chicago or Brooklyn, we would be the Zion that we always knew, like that Duke Zion would come back out.
He wanted to come to New York. Challenge. Yeah. That ball is way high.
Yeah, that was nasty.
That ball is way high. You could put another baseball in between.
Good, Logan.
These umps getting shown up nightly is grand. Baseball is in such a good place with the ABS. I love it. I've been campaigning for it for years. I was on MLB Network demanding it in 2022. Because they need to, they have no accountability. Nobody checks them. They need something like this to make them think about it. You are not God, right? A lot of them go out there and they act like they're bigger than the game. They act like they're the God of the game. Nah, call them strikes right. Call them balls correctly. I know you're not going to be perfect because that ball is coming in 80, 90 miles an hour. Trent Grish, that ball's down.
Yeah. But it's not just that. It's not the accountability thing. It's the subjectivity for me. It's just like really half the game, you'll call the high strike and then it'll just tighten up out of nowhere. That's the shit that is like, no, have a designated strike zone. I understand like Aaron Judge's strike zone is going to be different than Altuve's. I get that. But like there should be some like middle floating ground in there, but like you can't
Judge is
just
batting. Judge is batting. I'm listening.
nah, I was just gonna say you can't just call the low strike or like the high strike and then flip it in later in the game. Like we just see it too much with no accountability.
So what Yes Network started doing is profiling these umpires where we watch the game and it'll be like this guy's pitcher friendly, more strikes down in the zone, low and away. This ump is hitter friendly, more and it's like what it shouldn't vary that much. And then during the game, these guys get carried away with themselves where it's like they establish like a low strike and then it becomes a game within a game. Then each pitcher wants that strike. Then the hitter's got to protect. Judge grounds in a double play.
But see, and then you piss the catchers off too. Because then like the same one that the catcher might have had against them up at the plate, they'll try to get it when they're back behind the dish and can't. We've seen Cal get just like irritated at that shit. Like we've literally heard him yell through the screen like you gave it to them on the other side.
Does my video still look fuzzy? I think it's because I was changing around a lot of stuff. It looks clear to me.
Yeah, it's a little pixely.
What the fuck?
I thought it was just me.
Because I'm clear on TikTok. Let me go to my camera settings. I think it's just because let me remove my.
Yeah, I wonder if the scoreboard kind of made the definition change a little bit. Mario, what's good? Shout out to you.
Is a West Side player. A player from the West Side. He came in through me being on Rob Parker's show. So I know you just watched The Odd Couple. Were they rocking over there? They were rocking from 7 to 10. They had a good show tonight. Kelvin was back. Shout out to Rob Parker putting me on the national spotlight with him. Got a couple of his, people to come over here. Am I still blurry?
Yeah, you are.
Right now I'm blurry?
Yeah.
That don't make any sense. Because on my end, I'm crystal clear, yo. Let me see. I've got a wavelength camera. Yeah, and I'm clear on YouTube. Or I'm clear on TikTok.
Yeah, the picture probably didn't do it much justice, but yeah, it's just a little pixely.
You just text me?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's weird. Let me check my internet connection. And
Man, I need to get back out there. That's one place where me and wifey absolutely love going. Like we almost moved to Brooklyn. Like it was a thing. This would have been back in it was 2014 because I was working with Gonzaga women's basketball, and I actually so my cousin is a video coordinator, and at the time I believe he was at Texas Tech at the time, and we were all in Vegas at the same time for something, and so I met the video guy because there was a video conference. The video guy that worked for the Nets, and we were talking, and it's all networking type thing, and I was just like, yeah, I'm the video person for Gonzaga women, and he was like, oh well, he's like, we may have an internship opening up, and so my cousin made the link, so I was talking to bro, and he's like, yeah, he's like, if you can get out here, you got a job. So, and literally like we were preparing to move out there. You're not frozen, by the way. You're clear now.
I
You're
was
good.
frozen. I just refreshed my internet and it kicked me out. Am I still fuzzy?
Nah, you good. Jason, that's funny, bro. He said it looks good. Pause.
That's what
Um,
she said. Word. We're in there. We're chilling though. I mean, we got a lot more game left. Again,
I
shout out to my
know.
guy Rome. Rome, tell some of these people while we're on the break. Tell some of these people what you do. I know you do a lot of different things.
Yeah.
Um, but like
Yeah,
how you got
y'all.
your followers, how you got on really.
Yeah, full-time content creator right now. So my first 10 years of work corporate experience was in doing tech social media. I worked at two of the biggest companies in the Seattle area. And I got laid. I was one of the 2023 layoffs that this big company had. And I was a content creator on the side. So ever since my baby girl was born, we just started documenting our life as medical parents. So she was born with a rare genetic syndrome. And, the world showed me turning into dad, which is something I didn't have an example of growing up. So I was literally learning on the fly while also learning how to take care of her on the fly, and she allowed me to step into my power because I have a rare liver disease that I never I mean, I would talk about it, but like it was something where because it's non-visible, like I still had a chip on my shoulder to like have the same output as somebody else that doesn't, and it's like behind closed doors, I'm over here just weak, just doing what I got to do. And so I started, telling my story. Brands started reaching out. Good Morning America reached out, and the rest was history. And so now I am like I said, full time content creator. Still full time caregiver for my daughter, but I have a son now who just turned 3, and I'm a huge disability and childhood disability advocate. So yeah, man, just busy, 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 and trying to really push myself to do the sports stuff because that's my outlet. So yeah, I'm happy to be here.
Yeah, appreciate it, bro. As soon as I met you in Seattle, I started following you and I started looking through some of your stuff. And back when you met me, my son was just born that year, like 3 months before. Um, and I just got a ton of respect for you because I know how hard it is to take care of just my kid with me and my wife as first time parents, just one crazy ass little boy. You got two. You got your daughter, and the challenges with your daughter that you take on, head on, and then you've got a son close to my son's age. So I'm
Yeah.
like, damn. I'm sure it ain't a dull moment, ain't one day off. So
Nah,
God
that's
bless
why
y'all, man.
yesterday. Appreciate it. And that's why yesterday I was like, okay, we could make Monday work. And then once it was like, all right, Monday, let's do Tuesday. I'm like, let me I went to do a photo shoot. I'm gonna show you. There's a company out here called Sync Seattle, and I actually kind of help facilitate this group of Seattle creators because we are, I mean, probably like any big city, like so many people are siloed in their own little cliques and groups and stuff like that. But there's no real like support for people. And so Seattle sports is buzzing right now, bro. Between the Seahawks, the ALCS last year, we got the women's hockey, the Torrent, we got the Storm coming back.
The Kraken.
Um, Kraken might make the playoffs. And so we was out there shooting, and let me see. Oh, the Son. How can I forget about my Sonics, bro?
Are they coming back?
Like,
Because the
I think it's
NBA
just
is
a
going
matter
to
of time.
expand.
Yeah, I don't know how well y'all could see this. Let me see. But we just, it's a little blurry, but we went to Cary Park, which is a famous
Who is
park
that?
in
Kemp,
Seattle.
Peyton? Who you got on the
No, I
jersey?
got the KD jersey on.
Wow.
Yeah.
You still got that jersey?
B Clay, chill out, bro. Chill out, chill out.
You still got that
Chill
KD
out.
jersey, or you tossed that?
No, that's I don't have it. That was there. I just wore it just for the shoot. But
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna bring it back though. Cause I listen, 35 is going in the Raptors. I don't care what anybody says, bro. 35 is going in there. He was your last monumental pick. He was rookie of the year. He was all rookie team. Like, it's gonna be dope.
Max Fried fielding his position. My boy is locked with the turtleneck on tonight.
Yeah, it's like, bro, it's 40 degrees outside.
Yo, they asked Ryan Weathers. They asked Ryan Weathers about the weather last night. He's like, I'm not trying to make excuses, but it was cold out there. It's hard to grip the ball. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'm not making an excuse, but you asked the question. Like, yeah, that's not a regular night to pitch.
And I'm pretty sure the roof was open last night too. So that's the other thing. Like it ain't nothing but like I mean it gets windy, but like the literally it's the coldest wind ever, bro. Like it penetrates your spine and all that stuff like that. Like it's just nasty.
I
But
got
shout
people
out
on
to
the
my dog B
TikTok.
Clay.
Where's B Clay at? So that's another thing. It just made me think. Were you able to connect your anything? Because I'm pretty sure if I invite a guest,
I didn't even try.
yeah, just too much going on, bro. We're supposed to be streaming right now with the yada I mean. That just made me
Yeah, the dual action.
yeah. Where's the score bug at right now? Let me. Is this even updated right now? Nah. Let me update the score bug correctly. Let me set the sync up.
We're getting fucking no hit right now. This is nasty.
Chill, 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 chill.
Nah, I'm screaming that at the top of the lungs. Whoa, that was
uh,
crazy. That was wild.
Max Fried is dialed, bro. He's locked in. I don't know how many pitches he's at. I'm trying to set the sync up correctly. Let me see if I can find that before we go back to the score bug being correct. Yeah, I was calling Max Fried the stopper. Let me see if I can pull that up real quick. Add media. I thought I took a screenshot of it, so it should be on my desktop. Right here, boom. So earlier today, I saw on the Yankee report, Max Fried spins a gem tonight and can't. No, this isn't. This is old. Get this out of here. I screenshot the wrong shit. That's how you know I'm tired and I'm sick. I seen a tweet earlier. Max Fried had the stats on like Max Fried after a loss. Let me see if I can pull that up.
Wait, but didn't he win his last start?
Yeah, but like as a Yankee, last season, like he was the ace. And if we lost the game, I mean Cole used to do this for us too. That's why I can't wait to get him and Cole back, because then it's night. Fuck around, pitch him and Cole in a series. They ain't gonna be able to stop us. All right, here we go. So, after a loss, you get the ball to Max Fried and they fry. So Max Fried, following a Yankees loss last season, 11-1 with a 1.82 ERA, the stopper. Shout out to the kids over at Bronx Talks. They do great work. I did their pod a while ago. Bucky Den asked me, hey, you did their pod? Should I do their pod? I'm like, of course, Bucky. They're good kids, man. Always help these kids out. Do their shows.
Support creators. We're always supporting
I
creators.
support everybody, bro. Probably to the detriment of my own stuff, because I give people so much time, and then I'm like, I'm running out of time to do my own stuff. But it comes back. It pays off. And
Yeah,
like,
y'all, that's my
you know what they
YouTube.
always say?
It's at Rome Johnson.
If
ROMEJOHNSON.
if you do something for somebody and you need like credit for it, then like you did it for the wrong reasons.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm always doing stuff for people quietly. As far as like I can give you my time. When I'm rich, I'm gonna be donating money quietly. When I'm rich, I'm gonna be hooking up kids.
Shit, I
I'm
do
gonna
it
be hooking
now,
up kids
bro.
like me. That's what, like, when I'm rich, I'm literally going to find black kids that came from single mothers that are talented and need microphones, lighting, MacBooks, equipment, like kids that live in like, apartment homes and need the technology and need some of the training. Like that's what my foundation's gonna be. And they don't have to just be black kids. I'm a black kid, so I say, like me.
Yeah.
It could be a white kid like me. It could be a Hispanic kid like me. It could be an Asian kid like me. But I mean
Yeah.
specifically like underprivileged kids that are talented, but nobody can buy them a microphone. Nobody can buy them a MacBook. Nobody can buy them a webcam. Send me a video of you doing your best game call. Send me a video of you doing your best rant. I'm gonna prove it. It'll probably be levels to it. If your shit is kind of weak, maybe I'll start you off with like a little refurbished iPad.
Not the refurbish. No, nah, bro.
I'm
It's the
playing
same
though.
over here, bro. Like I always wanted to do that, but mine was a little different. Mine was like, I mean, it was the same with the whole gear and all that stuff like that, but it was like the digital scholarship in a way, like you said, you join the program or whatever, and I'm giving you the digital mentorship, or at least like my programming will. You'll get all the stuff and you'll get up to speed, So like it basically, if you have these huge dreams of being whatever, creating whatever, giving you the tools to do that. So it's the same. We might have a coast to coast foundation type thing.
Because I,
Now
I,
we
I
just need to
always
get
want to
Houston locked in.
I always want to like help level the playing field because I feel like there are kids that like are talented, but where's that talent gonna go? Where is
Yeah.
if they don't have the opportunity to get out there and now what I'm saying is like now there are no gatekeepers. It's easier than ever. Like if you're good, you put something on the internet. So it's like, all right, these kids that have talent, let's get them exposure. Let's get them
Right.
reps. Let's get them high quality microphones and cameras so they can be seen. And then that could lead to some. Ben Rice works a walk. He almost ripped one down the right field line against Logan Gilbert. Logan Gilbert's at 60 pitches here in the fourth inning. Let's see what Stanton does. Runner on first.
Yeah.
No outs. First pitch swings into a double play. Come on, bro. What are you doing, bro? I can't be mad at Stan. I can't be mad at Stan. In the chat, though, let me see him. Am I behind?
We're really finna get no hit right now, like tonight.
Just chill with that, though. Just chill with that.
No, I'm blowing up Yankee Nation, bro. We're not doing that.
Just chill, though. Don't even.
Matter of fact, Julio coming down with a 2-run home run next at bat.
Nah, you good. Good, you good. You're good. Just watch the game. Just watch the game. All right, let me see in the chat who we got in the chat. Yeah, you guys check out Rome stuff. Rome, I don't know if you can write in the chat. If you can just send them, your at or a link or something. Send them your info.
Yeah, let me see if I can do that. All right, boom.
Virgo said nothing wrong with replenished equipment. You know I'm a jokester. I don't take anything serious. That was a joke. I would never start a program for kids and be like, your take was mid. Here's your refurbished iPad. Like, nah, everybody get brand new stuff. Because what I do feel like, I just went back to my high school and talked to kids. And
Damn.
there was this girl that was like, don't you get scared like when you get on the radio, like you got to know so much stuff? Like, aren't you gonna be scared that you're not gonna know something? Confirmed strikeout, Jazz. Chill, bro. We just lost the challenge off Jazz. But anyway, the girl's like, I always get afraid that like I'm not gonna know things, and I'm like, you can't know everything. We have the internet, we have ChatGPT, we have Gemini, we have Claude. Like we have things to help us, and I'm like, you're 16. By the time you're 36, you're going to have 20 years of learning things and knowing things and prepping and reading and getting, yourself prepared for what you got to do. I'm like, don't worry about it. Like, you feel that way now, but you're a kid. You should feel like that. You're a kid. You don't know anything. I look back, I actually cringe and think about some of the things I said and did as a kid in high school, thinking I knew it all. And I'm like, you didn't know. Diddly. You was wildin'. You was really wildin'.
It's always fake it till you make it, though. Because the whole thing is, do I know what Logan's ERA was last year and his,
You don't need to.
pitches per outing? No. But, like, can I still make my point and be okay with being wrong or right? Yeah. Like, it is what it is. Sometimes, like, what makes for good radio is that what that what's the word I'm looking for? Where you kind of embellish something that happened. Where you're like, oh, the Yankees were hot right now. They're on this winning, blah blah blah. And it's like, oh, they
You
won two in
stretch
a
the
row.
truth a little bit. You
Yeah,
exaggerate some things to make your
yeah,
point.
exactly. But it's
Really,
like
all
it
you
makes for
need
good listen.
is a couple stats to back up your take. Um, and people that spit numbers out too much, they lose people. You can't have a rant that's full of ERA, WHIP.
War.
Yeah, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. And what I was saying about joking about giving a kid a refurbished iPad that doesn't have a good hot take, I wouldn't be judging any of these kids unless they were really good, right? I'd be trying to hook them all up because they're all work in progress. Like when I graduated college, I thought I was ready for prime time. I thought I was ready to be on the radio in New York. No shot. I had a lot of life experiences happen after. I had a lot to learn. I had to learn about being professional. I'm still learning about how to be professional. I'm still learning about how to carry myself. It's just you're always growing and maturing and becoming, and you don't know what you don't know. So that's why we get these days. Every day you wake up, try and be better than the day before. Try to learn something. Try and see something. Try and do something that you didn't do, and just add to who you are and your breadth of knowledge and talent.
Like, let's be real. Like, stump the Schwab. Like, he knew all them stats, bro. But what happened to Schwab? Like, he was one of the least popping sports figures. Like, if we're being honest, no disrespect to the Schwab, but they tried to make it all his facts that he knew, and realistically, like, give us Chris Berman.
Yeah, because that's not all of radio or entertainment. What I'll say is like it's a piece of it. The sports nerd that is like Rain Man might not be able to make you laugh. The sports nerd that's like Rain Man might not be a good storyteller. The good storyteller might not be good at taking phone calls. The guy that's good at taking phone calls might not be good at reading articles and doing ad reads and live reads on air. It's a part of it. Like there's so many things that go into being a good host, a good personality, a good on air person. It's hard. It's hard,
I
especially
bet.
now. Max Fried, Max Fried, he's dialed in. He's dialed in.
So, random question: outside the Yankees hat, what's the most iconic? What's the other most iconic hat to you?
The other most iconic hat in baseball, outside of the Yankee hat, Dodgers LA is tough. St. Louis, the Oakland A's A is hard. The Atlanta Braves A is hard. That Philadelphia P, that Pittsburgh P. Bro, why did I look at the prices for the NFL draft for hotels in Pittsburgh? And I haven't been to Pittsburgh since like 2017, where you could get a hotel room in Pittsburgh. We were getting hotel rooms for like 100, 199, 199.
Yeah,
The hotel rooms they're crazy, bro. They're asking people for resort money a night to go to the draft.
nah, y'all got it.
Yeah, no, y'all got it. I might drive there and drive back.
Yep.
It's like a 5.5 hour drive. If I go, I like one of my boys lives in PA. I'm like, yo, I might drive there, drive to your crib and crash, like, because I do want to go to the draft. Like, I went to the draft when it was in Philly. It was mad fun.
Yeah.
And, like, it
You
being in
gonna wear your
Pittsburgh.
cowboy starter jacket?
No. I'm off that. I think everybody know that. Yo, you know what's really crazy? You said to me to be a Seahawks fan when I did your
I did.
I think it was week 1. I think week
I was
1
like, we got room for you. Yeah, it was spaces. Yep.
I should have fucking came along. I would have been Super Bowl champs.
Right. It'll be up right now.
You know how
You'd be
lit I
ready to
would
go
be in,
back to
in New
back.
York City if the first year I switched up on the Cowboys, I became one of the 12s and won the shit. They would hate my ass. They would hate me.
Okay. And they could hate. Let's go get down. Um,
that ball stays up. Trent Grisham. Oh, oh no.
We ain't getting no hit, not by no Yankees. If we got no hit, it would be by like some rookie pitcher for the A's. Like that's the Mariner luck right there.
Happens. But don't let anything else happen. Stop the bleeding right there. Josh Naylor's a good hitter. Like,
Bro, do I look like this dude? Do I look like Randy to you?
hell no.
Like if you saw us both in the same room, would you like?
Hell no. Randy is a fake ass Mexican, Cuban.
Stop.
He's a couple shades darker than you too.
So
Randy loved doing his
everybody,
Randy
so many
being
people out
Randy.
here, think that that's my doppelganger. Like on some real shit. It's nasty. Like I was at the game Friday, like I was telling you, I was in the team store, bro, and I was with my man from elementary school, and he just says, he like taps me on the shoulder. He's like, "Are you related?" And I'm like looking at like my friend's Mexican. I was like, "What?" Like literally was like, "What?" He's like, "Are you related?" He's like, "To Randy." I was like, relax. And my guy was just like, and you know, bro was already sauced, and this was before the game too. And my guy was even like, "You handled yourself like really well, like better than I expected." And I'm just like, this shit happens quite a bit. I was like, I don't look like Randy. I know speak Spanish. Like I black. No.
like African
But
American brother. Like I
yeah, bro. But so many people were just like, yo, that's you and you're him. We've never seen you guys like at
it
the
makes
same
me
place at the
laugh,
same
yo.
time.
Cause they do be thinking all black people look alike, and then what trips me out is like people watching the World Baseball Classic, and somebody says something like, "Yo, there's not enough black players, in the World Baseball Classic," and they're like, "Yo, look at the whole Dominican team. What are you talking?"
What 14 of them had dreads, bro. What are you talking about? Like you could be black and not be African American, bro. Like it happens. Like Netherlands, like
The
look at Jazz.
Dominican
I'm in
team,
Netherlands.
those are Negroes. Those are Negroes. They're black. They they dance. They braid their hair. Fernando
Hmm.
Tatis got locks. They got fresh fades. Like you can't tell me Luis Severino is not black. You can't tell me O'Neal Cruz is not black. What is he then? Purple? Midnight? Navy? Navy blue? But nah, it's funny, man. I laugh when people um, say stupid stuff. Someone asked me if I was Jazz Chisholm, and I'm like, come on, bro,
Nah,
that's
nah.
racist. That's racist.
That, oh,
In
hold on.
Millie's in the bar, they're like, yo, you look like Jazz with that Yankee hat on. I'm like, bro, I'm like, no, I don't, no, I don't.
Speaking of, I saw your video when you said, "Who would you rather go to a party with?" And you said Aaron Judge, and I was a little disappointed. I get your answer, but me and my guy was talking about this, and we both were like, "Nah, we're trying to go to the party with Jazz. We're not trying to go with Aaron Judge."
You're gonna get
Like,
in trouble. You're gonna get in trouble. Jazz, I don't
hey,
know. I seen the
where
videos of
Jazz
Jazz in the
goes
club.
and
Jazz
where
be
we
with A
go,
Boogie in them.
hello,
That's where you
we're
trying to
not
go.
trying to sing "Sweet Caroline." We trying to be out. We trying to be outside, bro.
Chaz lighting the blunt in the club. I'm good. I'm good. Judge gonna make sure that we are chauffeured to where we have to go safely. Judge is gonna make sure that everybody is, drinking the water in between their drinks.
Bro, they won't even have
If we
wings at
go
your
anywhere to
table.
eat, Judge is gonna make sure there's no peanut butter allergies. No anybody got an issue with gluten. Judge is gonna oversee everything.
We gonna have jerk wings at our table, bro. That's it's different. It's levels. Oh, Nick Swisher would be a good one.
Um,
Nick Swisher might be outside with the blacks.
he might be. Swish is the man. Like I've been
Hmm.
around Swish. I could text Swish right now. Swish is just he's got energy all the time, bro. He just loves life. He living a good life. He just always excited, always loving life. Can't hate a guy like that.
Nah, not at all.
I'm trying to think though, like who would I really want to party with on this current Yankees team? Maybe Belly.
But
Belly's.
yeah, Belly for sure. The
I'm a
answer is
stoner. I'm a stoner. I'm a stoner.
all time answer is Derek Jeter though.
Oh
All
yeah,
time answer.
stealth.
Maybe Alex and maybe Cano too.
A-Rod's too much of a goofball. Maybe Cano. You go to Dykeman with Cano.
Yeah, right. Way uptown.
Let me think. There's really not too many guys, bro. There's really not. Stanton. Stanton used to be popping bottles in Miami.
Oh, I bet.
Stanton might have cracked Yes Jules back in the day.
See, I almost said something crazy, man. There's a lot of heat on her back then.
Pun intended. A lot of heat
You're
on
right.
her back then. Stanton might have cracked Yes Jules the night that he signed that $325 million contract. She was supposed to be like #1 bottle girl in Miami back then. Bro, I remember I met Yes Jules a couple times. She started getting popping on Snapchat in like 2016, 2015, 2016. And she was wilding. She was wilding on Snapchat. She was putting everything out there. And then I think by like 2017, she linked up with randomly 070 Shake and these kids from North Bergen, New Jersey. I used to live in North Bergen. It's right up the street. And she started throwing these like underground parties called 1 a.m. something. I went to 2 of her parties, bro. She had the gall. She had the balls. She had the audacity to throw a party in Newark. You don't do that. It was sketchy as hell. I
Yeah.
think on my 2016 like flashback to 2016, I posted some videos for it. It was ratchet as hell.
Oh, I bet.
But it was fun.
Good brick city.
I was younger then. Like
Oh
we're
yeah.
in Newark. Like the one party
Look,
that she
we was
threw.
we was young. We was well, you was single. I've been with my wife since 2011.
I'd rather not discuss on record. I've been with my wife for a long time too, but
There you go.
I also been in the streets. But yo, you know what I'm most thankful for as the challenge is a strike. I'm most thankful for the phones not being in 4K back in the day. I'm most thankful for people not being able to record and document some of the stuff I was doing in James Madison University to Monmouth University and me and some of my friends. It's just in people's minds. I link up with people now, they're like, yo, I still tell a story from that night. And I'm like, you tell it. I can't tell it. I was blacked out. I don't remember. But yes, Jules threw 2 parties. She threw a party in Newark in like a warehouse. And she sold tickets through like Eventbrite. We were showing our tickets at the door. And mad people came out. And the cops shut that down. And they arrested her. They put her in the cop car. I'm literally outside filming her getting arrested. And I posted that on my Instagram back then. And then she ran it back and threw another one that was in like an apartment building. But it was like upstairs in this bigger apartment that had this like big ass dance floor. And it was so ghetto. It was like people passing around like E&J.
Oh yeah.
It was ratchet as hell, but it was fun. I remember this guy smacked her ass. She stopped the music and they pressed him, bro. Like she smacked him, and then like a couple dudes ran up. Just
what did Ghost say in Power? He said, "Don't touch the merchandise, motherfucker."
yeah, because you know what it is. Like Jules she might have been one of like 3 Caucasian people there, but she was so free in what she was doing that like she's dancing, she's playing the music, she's drinking. And, you know, some dudes get stupid, and they
Well, they say you was wilding on Snapchat though.
I was for real. I was. Bro, I used to I didn't think I would ever get followers or get notoriety or potentially be a famous person. So some of the stuff that I was doing back then, I was like, this will never surface.
Right.
This will never come back to haunt me.
Hey, this shit deletes in 20 seconds. We're good.
Right. Snapchat disappears. Yo, even my old Twitter, I had to throw the whole thing out. My old Twitter my old Twitter I won't even say it. It was my name, but not as
Mhm.
my name is written. And back then, we used to use all kinds of words. We used to like
Oh,
type
we
out
look,
lyrics.
we all look Lil Wayne. We all look, bro. It was a time of where people said things that are like today not okay to say today, but it was like common practice back then, but it wasn't like an insult thing. It was just in regular conversation type. So yeah, 2000s were a different day and age. Millennials are real beasts out here.
Bottom of the fifth, first out recorded. Brendan Donovan pops up. Max Fried's at 54 pitches. Let me see if I can sync up this score bug and bring that back in. We got my guy Rome on with me tonight. It's a good vibe just to get a little different conversation in here. Baseball is so early in the season, you can't be that serious, But
No,
Rome is out there in Seattle. He's a lifelong Mariners fan, so I thought it'd be cool to collab with him. Really, it was his idea, and I'm like, oh yeah, let's run it. Makes perfect sense. Makes
look, we were
perfect sense.
supposed to
So
do this for 7 games in the ALCS, but
which that would have been tough. Maybe we'll get that this year. Maybe we'll get that this year.
that's true.
Maybe
We
we
got
will
to get
get
that
that
home field though,
this
man.
year.
But we're
Now let me
okay at the
see.
stadium though. I like the stadium, and I would almost rather my players hit in the stadium in October, November than here, because we have all those lefties, short porch and right, take advantage of it. But I don't know. I Our players are so weird, bro. Like I knew when I tell you I knew that we were gonna come in after that 15 inning game that I went to and it was terrible. uh I knew it was going to come in and at least get the first one against Toronto, because when I tell you about this Mariner luck thing, like the Mariners will literally win the games against the people that they're not supposed to when they're not supposed to. And then, you'll have, like I said, this rookie pitcher come in for the White Sox and he'll throw 8 innings of one hit shutout ball against them. It's just, it
My
always
bad,
happens.
bro.
We've seen it too often. Now you good.
My bad. I got the like I think I got a cold. Really, it's just I know what it is. It's the weather when it like the first time it gets hot like this and the trees start to like let go of the pollen, the flowers start to bloom. It's like shit gets under me. But you were saying about the Mariner luck. You knew you guys were about to fold.
Yeah, bro. It's just I was saying that I would rather play. If we did see y'all in the ALCS, I would rather play in Game 7 in Yankee Stadium, because I was like, we just weirdly, when it comes to playing at home, for some reason we choke. We can't do it, but we don't hit well here. We find a way to grind out games where we literally can't hit well, but we go on the road. Like I was saying, how after that 15 inning game against the Tigers when we advanced, I literally knew we were going to win game 1 because everybody said that we were going to go down 2-0
Mm-hmm.
because we were coming off a 15 inning game. The Blue Jays had rested for Blue Jays arrested for like a week or something like that. And yeah, we came in and punched them in the mouth twice. That's what we do. But look what happened. We come back home, lay an egg, 2 straight games. Should have never gotten to that. Should have never gotten to Game 7.
Yeah, I feel for y'all. I feel for y'all, man. I was pulling for y'all. I was pulling for. I mean, I hate the Blue Jays, but I was pulling for Seattle because when I was out there, like, yo, I got to meet a lot of Mariners fans at the Futures game, Home Run Derby, All Star game, and people were just nice. I was tagging. I was putting like Bleacher Creatures stickers and Terror Squad stickers on shit, and people were like, "What's that?" And I was like, "It's the crew. It's the fan crew in Yankee Stadium." Like, "Oh, you from New York?" I'm like, "I'm from New Jersey, but I work in New York. I go to Yankee Stadium, and once you do that, people just want to strike up conversations with you."
It's basically what it is.
And it's not like that in Yankee Stadium. I won't say for everybody, but like I just feel like people are friendlier when I go to other places. I feel like in my own stadium, like people tweak, bro. Like there's something about Yankee Stadium, like I don't know. I always move around the stadium. I got ants in the pants. I can't sit still. And sometimes I have one ticket. Sometimes I have 5 tickets. But like I don't move around in there like I own the seat because nobody owns those seats. Even these season ticket holders, I think they own the seats. I always tell these people, like, they're like, no, I've had my seats for 10 years. It's like, yeah, but like somebody, like, whatever. I guess you got it. But what I'm saying is,
Rented property, bro.
yeah, you renting a seat for like 4 hours, and people act like they're like, I don't know. It's very pretentious in Yankee Stadium. There's a lot of rich people. There's a lot of snarky, snobby people in New York that like they come in there and they're entitled. And then like me, I'll come in there, I'll wear something like this to the game, and somebody might be like, "Yo, meet me in section 120." So I'll pull up to the section, and I might sit in somebody's seat for like a second, and just the way they come back and approach me, like, "Hey, get the f out of my seat," and like, "Yo, relax." Who are you talking to, bro? I've had so many interactions like that. Like I'll sit in somebody's seat and somebody be like, "You can't sit there." I'm like, "I'm sitting here now." They're like, "Oh, my husband's coming back." I'm like, "I'll move when he gets back. Just relax. I'm about to link up with somebody too. I got another seat. I got a better seat. Like, I'll be in the suites. I'll be in legends."
Yeah.
Like,
You
just
said I'm
chill.
going down to the
Like,
suite
just chill,
level.
bro. Just
Get
chill.
outta
I hate
here.
that in the stadium. Cause I pull up on people to say hi in the stadium all the time. I got people right now. Yo, where you at opening day? I don't know. I didn't get a ticket yet, but I bet my ass be in there, and I bet I'd be in a bunch of spots. But people will literally be like, "Yo, I'm only here for opening day. Keith, can you come to section 120 and say hello?" And I'll go find my way over there. It's just not that serious. But like, I guess because security makes it so serious. And like I said, some of these people pay a fortune for their seats. That's on you that you got finessed. You paid $500 for that seat. They act like somebody like is sitting in their bed at home. Like, bro, relax. Like,
Yeah.
I'll move. Hudson says, "Do you
Yeah.
hate Red Sox fans?" Nah, I don't think about them. I don't think about other fan bases until we play them. I'm fine with Mariners fans. I've never hated Mariners fans. I'll say that. I'm too young to remember, Ken Griffey, Edgar Martinez, Jay Buhner. Like, I'm too young to remember that. I was a Griffey fan as a kid, but it was like, 98, 99, like later. Like, I don't remember 94, 95. I was too young. And then also I tell people all the time, I played every sport as a kid. I also didn't have my pops around. Trent Grisham, did he get a hold of that? Stay up ball.
Mhm.
Ground rule double. So it's a two-factor thing. It's a two-pronged thing. If you play sports as a kid, you're outside. You're at practice. You're playing sports. And I find that a lot of the kids that played the sports could not be as locked in on the video games to learn all the players, watching the games, collecting cards. It's like we're playing the games. We kind of know the players. And then the second part of not having your pops around, when you don't have a grown man teaching you the game and the history of the game, you at a disadvantage to people whose pops brought them into the game. Like, they told you about yesteryear and pulled it up for you. I didn't have that. I taught my own self shit.
I had my
So
grandpa, my uncle. My mom had me when she was 19. My uncle was 18. So similar story. Like my dad, I do remember. Like my dad took me to my first Sonics game. The only reason I remember it is because I remember the Sonics beat the Lakers at the buzzer, and I actually like went and looked it up. It was from 1992, so Magic wasn't playing anymore.
yeah,
And like I like faintly remember that, but I remember my grandpa used to watch the Mariners all the time because we used to live with my grandparents, and they would be on pay-per-view, and he had the black box because it was always blacked out and all that because we were dog shit in the 90s. And I just remember, like, as a Seattle kid, for one, like Griffey was everywhere. Like, you couldn't escape Griffey even if you wanted to. But it was such a time because, similar to you, like we were also, outside quite a bit. But in, the springtime, like it was like Sonics, because Sonics were good, and then the Mariners. But um Griffey was just such the star that he was one of the best in the game that we always knew when they were playing. And once I started like really tapping in myself, like I watched all the games that were on TV because we didn't have cable for the longest time. And I remember when we finally got it, like I was really, really locked in. And so I want to say like 96 was the first year where I really like super locked in. But that 95 team, I remember Griffey breaking his wrist. And then I remember the run we went on. It was crazy. And because we were like 12 down or something like that to the California Angels and came back, walked them down, played game 183, walked them down with the big unit on the mound. And the rest was history, bro. And then we faced y'all. I literally saw the double live on TV because I snuck out of my room and watched it on my mom's roommate's TV. Like I was hooked, bro. Like that whole last part of the inning, it was great. And then, that very next season, that's when A-Rod was because y'all stole Tino from us that very next year. And then that's A-Rod's first year starting in 96. And A-Rod had like one of the best rookie years ever.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like we were, I mean, you probably remember baseball in the 90s. It was a lot of home runs, high batting average, a lot of hits, regardless. And so it was a good time to be a fan. But, I see why people don't really mess with baseball today, or at least like when they had the kind of lull after the steroid boom, it went down and all that stuff like that. But
it goes in waves. It goes in waves.
Mhm.
I like right now people are saying, oh, baseball is back. People are saying, oh, baseball is in a healthy place coming off the World Baseball Classic, going into the season with the ABS, the Dodgers winning back-to-back series, the Yankees are good, there's parity in the league, all these different teams are good. The Mariners are good now, the Blue Jays are good now, the Brewers are good now. Maybe the Mets will be good again.
Maybe.
You never know. You can't call it.
I can't hate on the Mets. My guy works for the Mets.
Belly? Oh, they sent him? They did not send him. I was about to say, did Belly just drive in another run? Yankees trying to do some damage here before Logan Gilbert gets up out of this game. 86 pitches for Logan Gilbert. Belly gets another hit off of him into center field. Runners at the corners. They hold Grish. I was thinking they're about to send him. Let's see here. That's a good no-send. Oh, no, it's not because of where the throw was.
Yeah, he would have scored because Julio threw it up the line.
Let's see if it comes back to haunt us.
Come on, Logan, get up out of this, bro. Save the quality start.
You guys that are worried about Judge, like, I don't know, like I see in the TikTok chat, worried about Judge. Judge looks lost. We got to stop that, bro. I guess, like, Judge has to be Superman and be perfect all the time. I don't know, bro. Like, Judge is fine. It's game 5. He is affected by the World Baseball Classic. I'll give you that. All these guys are. All these guys that played in the World Baseball Classic, they had to rev it up and come back down, and now they're trying to rev it back up again, and that's hard to do. It's hard to go from playing in that hype atmosphere. It's hard to go from playing in that crazy environment and then go back to spring training where it's, birds chirping and quiet, and now it's like, oh, nope, now the games count again.
Right. Their mentals are toast. Cal, Jesus.
Yeah, they booed Bryce Harper in Philly. Bryce Harper was the hero almost. I know we lost the game, but Bryce Harper hit that home run. Oh, they're throwing the ball around. Another run's going to score. Let's go.
Hey, they're punting until tomorrow, bro. That's wild.
I like it, though. Force the rubber match.
Cal threw that like bro from Major League.
Yeah, what's up with Cal?
Man, it's the same like you were saying, bro. It's like I think they're mentally taxed because the whole you rev up, rev back down, but the whole Randy situation, which like I have my own feelings about that. Like to me as a black man, I felt it was a little like I understand the USA perspective of we're not going to do that. But that was almost like my problem with Team USA is like the perceived like neededness of them to be like, yeah, no, we're not fucking with them like that. But and then my whole thing is like, what do they always say? You can't handle how like when you disrespect someone, you can't handle like
how they feel, how they
feel, how they
receive that.
Yeah, so it's just like What do you
I don't
expect?
know. For me, didn't that happen in the last World Baseball Classic? Didn't like Randy Arozarena try to shake Will Smith's hand, and that was where it
Mhm.
started?
Yep.
So to me, it was like Randy being Randy. Don't put your hand back in the cookie jar. Don't go back starting shit. Don't start no shit. Won't be no shit. You know better. Like,
Mm-hmm.
and then even with Josh Naylor trying to be funny, and doubling down on it. It's like, bro, leave it alone. We're competing between these lines. We're competing. We don't need to shake hands. Like, stop that goofy shit. One's on the clock. 11:11. Make a wish. Well, Eastern time. I know what I'm gonna wish for. Got it. It wasn't the World Series. It wasn't a World Series win, but that would be nice. It would fall in line with my wish. Yankees win the World Series. I'm litty. I got to feel what it was like to go to the World Series in 2024, and that was embarrassing. If we actually go to the World Series and win
Yep.
this season, be amazing. What they talking about? I haven't even been in the chat. Someone's talking about Expos, Dodgers. Bingo, y'all on one right there. You can know everything, but if you don't relate to the audience and have a vibe, you're done. Yeah. You know, I would get on the mic at WFAN and I would literally say this. I don't know everything. I can't know everything. I'm too young to know everything. I have a MacBook, though. I have an internet connection here. I can Google it. And you know what? If I misspeak, Stanton stays hot. If I misspeak, call me up and correct me. Tell me something I don't know. Teach me. We could teach each other. Stan.
Logan getting that ass beat, man. Get him out, Dan. Stop the bleeding, bro.
Yeah, it's a wrap.
Stop the bleeding.
It's a wrap.
Nah, the chat was lit though when we were talking about the which player you would bring to the party.
Oh yeah. Shout out to Jaden. I think Jaden, who is like a young intern that's doing some production type of stuff. He actually clipped the video that I posted this morning and edited around Cal Raleigh walking us off with Paul Blackburn.
Mm-hmm.
He said this convo is great with the party content. And I'm like, yeah, you know what? Because I've been doing these live streams now. I think this is the fourth one I've done. It's been just me. It's been a couple other people. And like the whole point, like I'm not baseball savant. I'm not about to sit here and be like, wow, did you see that sweeper? It had 6 inches of vertical break. Like that shit is corny to me, bro. I'm not like that, bro. In real life, if you watch a game with me, I'm chilling. Like I like baseball, but I'm not that deep in the weeds. So what do you expect my live stream to be? What do you expect my live to be like? Just chilling. We're watching the game. We got an eye on the game. We're talking about the game, but then we talk about other stuff. Like we end up talking about Yes Jules, right? We end up talking about, you know, partying and being young and what vibes were like then in 2016. And yeah, it should be that way. Now, do I do that on the radio? Can't really do much of that on the radio. Can't go down the rabbit hole that way. But I can curse on here. I can tell stories on here. I could do a lot of different, that gives you a lot of freedom. It's a much smaller audience. And, you know, this is something that I never really did consistently in my media career. And I was like, yo, I literally was thinking about it. I'm like, all right, I'm not going to be getting on the radio. Like, bro, like, I don't even know. Like, West Coast games, I would probably do an earlier show.
Yeah.
But then you don't really get to, like, build the show. Like I guess if I was on in my former slot, I would have been on, like, 7 to 9. But, man, those, like, once baseball starts, I can't tell you how hard those shows were. Monday through Friday, like 11 to 2, like those being your work hours, and then, you know, going to sleep at 3:34 and then waking up at 6:37 with a kid. I was done. I knew I was done. So I was like, all right, this year I need a change. I need a challenge. And something that I wanted to do to still connect with people was do these lives. And not only am I connecting with people in the chat, I'm connecting with people that are coming on my lives like yourself. So appreciate you pulling up.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, bro. I'm actually surprised, like you don't have your own kind of like midday streaming show or like your what's that nightcap show.
Stay tuned.
Hey, I see the vision because
it won't be like this. And that's what I keep telling folks. Stay tuned.
Mm-hmm.
Like if people actually think And it's funny because like I read stuff about myself that people write. I was actually talking to my guy TJ today who works at Yankee Stadium. He's like, I just laugh at like what people write about you on Reddit. But if you thought that like I was gonna just like disappear into oblivion or just like not do anything, then like clearly you don't know anything about like my talent, work ethic, and what it took to
Right.
get here. And so what I'll say is just stay tuned. I like to, opposite of Jazz, I like to, and Jazz actually came through right there. I like to underpromise and overperform. So I'm not going to tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to just show you.
Come on.
I'm just gonna show you. Like, just keep watching, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I would like to do more WFAN shows. I just did some Fox Sports shows. Like, many people are like, where's your podcast? Where's your podcast? Where's your podcast? Wait for it. You think I'm not trying to produce something? You think I'm not having conversations with people that produce podcasts and make shows? Like, I'm so young in the industry as well. Like,
Yeah,
do you
are.
think I'm done? Like, there are guys 30 years older than me doing the same type of work. So I have 30 years to do this. I'm evolving.
Right.
I'm doing other things because I see the landscape changing. Jazz, was he safe?
Yeah, he was safe. He swept the helmet first, and it looked like he hit Jazz, but his helmet fell off.
Yeah, I'm blessed. Like, even being in the stadium today, I just was like, damn, man, we back on big season. And like, I think back to all of the different years. Like, I've been going to the stadium consistently, right? Like 2015, 2016, 2017, I worked at MTV. And I would go to the stadium by myself because I just like was so close to the city. I was living in Jersey, but further away. And I just remember being like, yo, if I'm this close to Yankee Stadium, why would I not walk my ass to 42nd Street and take that train 25 minutes up to the stadium after work, or sneak out of work a little earlier and go up there, go to Billy's? And I just kept doing that and doing that and doing that. And then instead of like trying to get my homies from home to like, yo, I got a ticket, I got an extra ticket, yo, I'll buy you a ticket, I built up the courage to just be like, yo, I'm going by myself. I even had some dates. I had like 3 dates. Never take a girl to Yankee Stadium on a date, and definitely don't bring her to the bleachers. Stupid stuff. But you live and you learn. And by like 2016, I was in the bleachers. 2017, now I'm running with the creatures. 2018, I'm gang, gang, gang. And I quit my job at Rock Nation. And so when I quit my job at Rock Nation, like July 4th weekend, I had a bunch of free time. So if the Yankees play a Wednesday 105 game, I'm in there and I'm vlogging the trip and I'm posting on Yankees Twitter when something big happens, and I'm just meeting people and seeing people. And then 2019, I start a podcast. So now there's another level of like, yo, I'm doing a podcast. And people didn't know I went to school for radio and television. Like, I was ready to rock. Podcast blows up. I don't make $1 from it. I do it with a group of guys that they didn't really want me to have a seat at the business table, but I'm like, yo, that's cool. Like, I gain followers off this. I'm straight. I'm out. Yes Network brings me in. I do a series of Yes Network commercials, one in September, one in December. I'm lit now. In my mind, I'm like, yo, I'm literally like, in my mind, just can't believe like, yo, the Yes Network twice has followed me around New York City with a camera. Like I'm in here now. Like, they can never erase me. They can never take that away. And then the pandemic hits. But I'm with John Boy's crew. I'm with John Boy Media. And thank God for that, because I had a consistent paycheck. I had a job doing content. I was helping John Boy, and I was helping Jake, and I was helping John Boy Media at John Boy Media upload their videos, do their stuff. And I always tell a story about how they had a literal captive audience because no one could go anywhere. So they were cranking out content in their office in the Bronx, 930 Grand Concourse, which is still a residential building. So there were no commercial restrictions. It wasn't like the commercial building could lock the door and say, you guys can't work in here because of COVID. They were allowed to come and go because people lived in the building. So they were able to create new content. And I watched the company like blow up. By 2021, they do a guest appearance on WFAN. August 6th, 2021. 3 weeks later, I audition on WFAN. 2 months after that, I get the full-time job at WFAN to do nights. People say, this guy sucks. He's a nobody. They hired a podcaster, no experience. He can't replace Steve Summers. Who is this guy? He's going to fail. Get this guy off the radio. He's terrible. Diversity hire. DEI. Not going to cut it.
It's a lot
Fast
of hate,
forward.
bro.
Fast forward to this past November. I do 4 years. I carve out my own lane. I can't tell you the amount of connections I make. I can't tell you the amount of lives I've affected. I can't tell you the amount of people that have wrote to me saying, I listen to you every night. You inspire me. I listen to you every night. I feel like I know you. I listen to you every night. I love your show. And it was time for me to go because for 2.5 years during that, I was struggling to sleep. My mental health was struggling and my family life was chaotic in the morning. And I realized like, yo, this is not the way. It was the way for 4 years. Thank God for those 4 years because now a lot of the opportunities that I have or interest that I have is because I had 4 years on that platform. So stick with me, bro. Like all y'all, stick with me. There's 407 people watching. Appreciate it.
Shout
TikTok,
out to all y'all.
like appreciate it. Like you're watching a live movie. I'm holding the pen. I'm writing the story. I can't tell you everything, but these things will start to be revealed. And like, I think I'm one of them ones. I think I'm one of them guys. I think I'm one of those guys that should be in a suit every day on TV talking sports. I think I'm one of those guys that could like, really lead the charge out here, especially being a black guy, being a brother. Like there's not enough of us. I just saw Clinton Yates got let go. And there was an article that came out. Let me see. Rob Parker actually sent me the article. And I was like, you know what? Like the timing of it, it just really hit me. I got to read this article now, but I'm going to share it right here because like I just made my wish at 11:11. If I have my wish, I'm going to be doing this for a long time. If I have my wish, like I'm going to be doing this as an old man and I'm going to help a lot of people. I'm going to reach a lot of people. I'm going to touch a lot of people and people are going to say, yo, Keith McPherson, that's my guy. Keith McPherson, he, I started listening to him when he was doing George's Box podcast. I started listening to him when he was doing Pinstripe Strong podcast. I started listening to him when he was doing nighttime radio on WFAN. Now he's the next Stephen A. Now he's the next Pat McAfee. Now he's the next Keith McPherson. Like, that's the type of time I'm on. That's the type of shit I'm thinking about. So
come on.
I'm like,
Clip that, y'all. Clip that. So
yo,
when it happens,
I just like
March 31st, 2026.
I just like I have this belief in myself that like I don't even need to articulate. I think it's obvious. I just don't think God brought me this far to only bring me this far. And I'm not afraid of anything, and I'm sure of who I am, and I just know the next things that are coming for me are bigger and better. And because I do them with like a righteous mindset and a way of like, it's not just about me. It's not just about like, oh, I want to have 100,000 followers. Oh, I want to be a millionaire. Like you hear how I'm saying I'm going to reach a lot of people and affect a lot of people and touch a lot of people
Right.
through what I do. Like that is the why. That is the purpose. And just stick with me. I'm minor right now, but I got the work ethic and the talent to be major. And what I'll say is like, when I made my decision to step down from WFAN, it was hard, but it went viral and it made a lot of noise and a lot of people reached out to me, and that really showed me just like right there, like, okay, I'm somebody. I'm not a random. Okay, I'm not.
You had that confirmation. What did? Oh my God! See, I stay be forgetting these bars right now. It's the one where you really found out you are who they say you are. That was that moment for you.
Drake said, "When the shit start clicking, dog, you know it's real when you are who you think you are." Like, I was feeling like that years ago. I used that caption on Instagram in like 2018. It's a surreal feeling to like rub shoulders with people in the industry that you admire and they co-sign you, right? Like I've met my heroes and they rock with me. Like Michael K rocks with me, Rob Parker rocks with me, John Sterling rocks with me. You feel me? Like people that I listened to and watched growing up have kind of patted me on the back to be like, yeah, we see it, you belong. Like, yep, you're one of us. Like, yeah, keep going, young man. So I think I'm blessed to do it in New York. It's hard as hell to make it in New York, but I just think I could do more than just like nighttime radio, New York sports talk radio. But I'm blessed to have that opportunity because it put me in front of so many different people. Even today at the Yankees food tasting thing, at least 5 different people are like, yo, what are we gonna do after the games this year? Yo, I love listening to you after the game. Like, yo, you're my go-to after the game. It's part of my routine. Like, especially when the Yankees lose. Like, they like to hear me crashing out. They like to hear me complain. But I'm like, listen, I'm gonna find a way to do some things. I'd like to continue to do some things at WFA, and I can't do that time slot Monday through Friday. And like, honestly, if people thought about how noble that is to say, I had a full-time show, but what's best for me, my wife, and my son is for me to work during the day. And I will give up that show for the next man that could do it. Here you go. Step into it. You got it. And then still say, I'm available when y'all need me. I did overnights. I did some nights. I did some weekends. Like, I'm humble enough because I know who I am. I'm humble enough to just like do some fill-in spots whenever it's clever, whenever it works out, whenever it's needed. I'm a team player like that. But then I'm still exploring other things out here because I just know there's a lot more out here. There's a lot. Like, I'm looking at the landscape. Where I'm from, in Jersey, they're building a Netflix studio. It's massive. Like, it's an old army base. They turned into a Netflix studio. I'm like, yo, what's going on over there? They're going to be shooting movies over there. They're going to be shooting shows over there, sports shows. You know, even with the social media, digital marketing, like, the algorithm has changed so much. Every day I'm looking at somebody telling you how to, edit your video, how to have a hook, like what's going on. I'm like, all this shit is changing. And the biggest thing that I noticed was just like sports. Sports is never going out of business. There's so much money in sports. And that's what I do. I played sports growing up. I played sports in college. I got my degree. I talk sports for a living. I just feel like I'm always going to find a way. I'm always going to be, somewhere in the zeitgeist, somewhere in the universe, So, yeah, I'll pass it to Rome and let Rome speak so I can find this damn article. Take it away, Rome.
Yeah, bro. For one, you're blessed and highly favored, and that's important. And shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to Virgo Smith. I saw the comment. Thank you, bro. Next up, I love that, and I just feel like with a lot of this and a lot of what bro was saying too, like the biggest takeaway for y'all is we all have some kind of special sauce that we can, either build something big or impact a lot of people. And so it's just a matter of really tapping into that. And I could say for me, like, with the whole sports has been a big thing for me, but just how my life has been set up, sports was always kind of like my outlet, and something that, when I did, do this kind of thing, like podcasting, my friends and I had a Sonics podcast back in 2011. And this was back when podcasting was so early. And I feel like a lot of the time we didn't have the blueprint on what to do, how to grow it, all those things. And so we just kind of recorded the episodes, put them on our social media and all that stuff like that. Didn't really have a real brand blueprint. But, today I feel like the way the world is and with AI, like those kind of, passion turned to serious project things are very important. And like Keith said, it's just like you have all these people, these gurus for social media, for example, telling you this is how you format a video because, this is what's working. You got to have these, you got to have this hook, you got to have this structure, all that stuff like that. But I think what that does is it scares a lot of people away from really like tapping into their power and finding that thing that works for them. Because, when it comes down to it, whatever you do, it's gonna be asked when you start. Like you just have to know that you're gonna be asked, and that's okay. Like the whole thing is to be able to build up to it. And once you know, are able to build up to it, you learn your mistakes, you learn what people are looking for, you learn what people want, and then you can start to really put it together. And so sports will always be a big part of my life because, like I said, you know, and like Keith said earlier, with my life with caregiving and working and being a dad and all that stuff like that, like the one kind of time I have for me are these nights where I turn on the Mariners, or those Sundays when I watch the Seahawks football. Like it's just that's my time. That's time that's on the calendar and all that stuff like that. But I do know that regardless if it's in sport or not, my passion, and I believe that I was, oh shit, y'all will see that in a minute. My passion is helping people, and whatever I can do, like I
Ooh.
literally feel like God put me on this earth to.
Judge hit that hard as hell
Yeah, he
off the
did.
pitcher
Bro,
into the second baseman's glove.
I thought he was knocking his head off. Pause. But yeah, bro, I lost my train of thought. It's all good. Welcome,
I don't know.
welcome
You were
back.
giving them some game. You were giving them some
Yeah,
game.
just give them some game, but you know, because you gotta talk around some shit when your team down 5-0, looking trash.
Yeah.
But
See, I appreciate you coming on here tonight because if you was on here last night, wouldn't have gone that way. I got mixed up too. I was like, yo, we're gonna do Monday, we're gonna do Tuesday. I told you Tuesday was better for me, but like I'm here. Like I said, my wife is asleep, my son is asleep. So I would be up watching this game in the living room by myself on the couch, probably live tweeting it.
yeah,
Way better to do this on YouTube and TikTok. Not for nothing, both of those are monetized.
yeah.
Even if I make 15 cents off of it, 15 cents I wouldn't, and I'll make more than 15 cents, but 15 cents I wouldn't have made sitting on my couch.
In the pot.
And we got some good
Add
stuff
up.
in the TikTok chat that I want to bring in. As I was doing that, you know, that little soliloquy, speaking about myself and my journey and my career, I'll just rattle off, you know, a few of these. Like Janine said, where do you go to college? I live in Jersey and I'm starting to look for schools for my son. I went to Monmouth University. I went to James Madison University fresh out of school. But yeah, I went to Monmouth University, graduated with a communication degree in radio and television. I started to do the sports broadcasting minor. My last semester, they started it, but I graduated before I could complete it because I was done. So I never actually got that, but I did dabble. I did take a couple of those classes. Steven said you should do TikTok dances. Nah, that's why my TikTok is lacking now because I had it back in 2018, 2019, and the trend was to just copy dances, and I was like, I can't get jiggy with this shit. I'm good. I'm out. I deleted the whole app. But then I came back in like 2020, 2021. Jeffrey says, how's the new Jumbotron look? The new screen in Yankee Stadium, it looks the same as far as dimensions, but when you see the graphics on it, like you guys will see Friday and during the game, it's better. It's updated. Let's see. I'm skipping over people hating on the Yankees and people hating on me. That's fine. TJ Padro says, you've been doing your thing. I'm trying to get to where you're at. You can. Like, one day I'll write a book. One day I'll make a little documentary. If you saw where I started at to where I've gotten right now, and if I'm halfway through my life right now, like, I'm blessed. I've been able to do some legendary things, you know? I didn't even say this in my little, you know, year-to-year thing that I did, but Kenny goes, weren't you on MLB Network or am I tripping? Yeah, I forgot about that in my journey. Within the first like 5 months that I was on WFAN, the producers that worked at MLB Network heard me. And it's funny, I went and got this chain. I went to Jacksonville, Florida to visit my grandmother and my grandfather. God rest his soul. He passed 2 years ago. And I literally said to my wife, we went back to the church that my grandmother used to take me to, that I got baptized in, that I used to pray in. It's the only church I ever belonged to. And I said to my wife, I'm like, us going back to me, like me bringing you back to Duval County, where I used to go for like summers as a kid, where I got God put in my life. God is going to bless us. Like a big blessing is about to come. I go back home. I kid you not, the first day we're back home from being in spring training, Tampa, Florida, and then Jacksonville, Florida, I get reached out to in an email by MLB Network. And MLB Network has a new show starting, and they have a cast of 3. And they have rehearsals coming up the next week. And they asked if I wanted to basically audition to join the show during their 2 rehearsal episodes. I said, yeah, of course. So I go there and I do my thing, and they make the cast of 3 a cast of 4. And then I'm a part of the first ever show called Off Base of its kind at MLB Network, a live show that was on every day, Monday through Friday at 3 o'clock. It was an amazing experience and an extra bag. So like I was doing nighttime radio and daytime national television. My son wasn't born yet. This was 2022, where I could do all that. Like amazing blessing, like amazing reps and experience as well. So like, come on, bro. I'm a kid from Middlebrook Apartments. I'm a kid that grew up pop. My mom made like $30,000 a year, bro. Like, think about that. Raising kids, making $30,000 a year, doing hair and nails.
Right outside the biggest city in the world, like where your area is expensive no matter what. Like Jersey aside, like the area is still crazy.
Yeah, I grew up in the Jersey Shore area, which like is exploding now because Netflix is down there, and there's some really rich people. I grew up around some really rich kids. You know, I was telling the story the other night, like what I always felt like was the equalizer. I knew very early little things. I would go sleep over at my boy's house. Like I remember sleeping over my boy Kyle's house. He had a extra living room that they called the den. I'm like, what the? you got another living room?
Yeah, the family room.
Like we about to go watch South Park in the den. Okay. He had a pool in his backyard. You don't share this pool with the whole neighborhood? This is just your pool? Okay. Nobody else coming over here? We don't need no pass, nothing. It's just your pool. Okay. He had a washing machine and dryer in his crib. His mom is doing his laundry. I'm fascinated just coming out of the bathroom like, damn, y'all got a whole washer dryer combo in this? He had a computer office, or his dad had an office. He had a computer that like it was the first computer that I saw AOL dial-up internet on. So when you talk about the haves and have-nots, Kyle's got 2 parents and they've got money, and I'm seeing that at like age 8. And then I go back home after sleeping over and I'm seeing, you know, the disparity. But you're a kid, so you don't really know anything about money and careers. But I knew at like 8, like, damn, we ain't got that. We ain't got that. So as I got older, the equalizer was school, athletics. I can be just as smart as everybody else in this class. I can, you know, score high on the test like everybody else in the class. I can raise my hand and know what we're talking about in class. I can go up to the whiteboard and solve these problems. Your parents can't help you here. Like, we're on a level playing field. Oh, you know, recess happens or after school practice stuff happens. Like, I can dominate here. And then as you start to compete young, you realize that's what's going to get you forward in life. So I started competing young just to change my situation, and I haven't stopped. Brendan Donovan with a knock. Maybe the Mariners will be able to score a run. 2 outs, though, 2 runners on. Max Fried's still going, though. Max Fried with 85 pitches. We're trying to get him through 7 here. But, yeah, when I went back to Ocean High School last week, my message to them was compete. You know, it was weird. Like, something that I'll say that I thought was weird, bro. They told me there's no school spirit in my high school anymore. The kids don't care about, like, repping the school. I was like, what? That's all we did. I had a hashtag called #OTRep, Ocean Township Represent. We were dead ass about, like, our sports teams being better than the rival high schools around us. My football team won a state championship. My boy Jeff, who invited me to the alumni day to speak, he was the goalie on the soccer team. They won a state championship. The girls' field hockey team won a state championship. The girls' soccer team won a state championship. My next door neighbor, Zeke, his baseball team won a state. We all won state.
See, y'all was hooping.
And we looked at each other like, yo, if y'all are not winning the whole thing, you're going to embarrass us. We coming out to the game to support y'all. We driving out to wherever the game is, wearing red, wearing our varsity jackets, like, put on. And a lot of those kids that I went to school with are successful. They all went to different universities with scholarships and balled out and got jobs and stuff. I'm like, and look at me. Like, it wasn't a coincidence. So I'm telling these kids now, start competing in class. It's not fun to be dumb. It's not fun to be a loser. It's not fun to go out there and represent the whole town and y'all getting your ass kicked and just laughing it off. But they said, like, my old coach was there. He was like, me and Kenny Pickett are like the two best quarterbacks to come out of there. He's like, you and Kenny both had this burning desire and this like delusional confidence in yourself that you were just better than everybody and you were going to keep proving it. And I'm like, you got to have that, bro. He's like,
That's
now
been
these
coming up a
kids,
lot.
they don't
The
get
delusional confidence.
validation off of like scoring touchdowns and being the best in the shore in the state. They're on their phones. They can see everything on their phone. All we could see what was in those hallways, waiting for the bell to ring every 45 minutes, bro. It's just different. It's just a different time.
Yeah, they be loading their shit up on Huddle and flexing their clips on TikTok, but that's about it.
We didn't have. I had rivals. Like I remember a couple reporters coming to the school from rivals to, talk to me about like what schools offered me, what schools I visited, what schools I was looking at. If I had a big game, like, you could count on that, like popping up, like somebody coming to write an article. And Max Fried is through 7, hasn't given up a run. I think that's going to be it for him. I don't know. I don't think it's worth pushing him. They just flashed the bullpen budget. Let me go back, see if I can get that bullpen budget on my screen.
Yeah, because he at just under 90 pitches?
Yeah, he's at like 87 pitches.
Yeah, I mean, is there even worth
Fernando
it
Cruz
putting him out
warming
there
up.
for one more batter,
Nah, not game 5. Not his second start of the year. Not his second start of the year. I'm good.
Virgo be funny in the chat, bro.
What's Virgo on? He's Wrench Gang. He's a mod now, so he's talking his stuff, I'm sure.
Yeah, he funny, bro. He was talking about getting your likes up and subscribe, which is dope. He's like, keep my guy, pause, and then so yeah, bro. Virgo, I've been to the Space Needle, been to the Ferris wheel. I mean, I've basically been to mostly every single Seattle tourist attraction. But we don't just like, I mean, I don't know where you are, Virgo, but it's just like New Yorkers just aren't going to the Statue of Liberty just cause. And I know a lot of New Yorkers don't be messing with Times Square just cause. It's like that with us, bro. Like if we're going for something, like we'll go. Like I got invited to the Seahawks draft party as a creator the year we drafted Devin Witherspoon and Jackson Smith and Jigba. And so they had the draft party up at the Space Needle. So I went there and that was an epic day. But outside of that, I'm not just going to the Space Needle just cause.
I was supposed to go to the Space Needle when I was out there. You know what stopped me?
What happened?
The Yankees played the Cubs right before the All-Star break. The Yankees played the Cubs and they took out Domingo Germán. And I think that game either got weather delayed. I remember Glaber booting a tailor-made ground ball. It was right before the All-Star break. I'm in Seattle, but they happened to have the game on MLB Network for me to watch in Seattle. I'm going to watch my team play. And we needed that game. And I sat there and watched the Yankees through a rain delay lose to the Cubs. And by then I had somewhere to be that night. And I didn't ever go see the Space Needle. And I was mad as hell. I was like, I should have just left. I should have went to go sightseeing instead of watching Domingo Germán get pulled after like 88 pitches and the bullpen blow that game.
Yeah, you came out here. Maybe you should, if you can't tell which you probably talked about before, but tell people like the vibe when you came out here, because like the weather's always good starting in July, but like I feel like that was such a picture perfect, like Seattle showed the fuck off that week. That
I fell in love with the city, bro. I like everywhere we went in the city. Like I went out with the Players Alliance to this like softball tournament for like young black girls. There was this young black girls team playing against other girls. They were sponsored by the Players Alliance. So we rode out to like the suburbs, bro. I couldn't even tell you where that shit was. But when we rode back, you could see the water and the Space Needle. We went past University of Washington, and I'm just staring out the window. I'm like, yo, it is so nice out here. I had no idea. And then even at night, I remember like, I think I said this the other night, after the home run derby, I wasn't even beat for like a cab or to take the train. I walked back so I could see the
I
city.
remember you walked. You did.
But
You
I
walked
did
like
that
that
on
one and a
because
half
like
mile.
if you're in New York, like I've walked from Brooklyn to like Midtown, like so
That's
I'm like this.
nasty.
That's nasty work, right? And in the summer,
Nasty.
I've walked. So I just walked to see the city as the sun was going down, and it was beautiful, bro. It was amazing. I love how the city is like. It's like the shore is there. I'll call it the shore, but it's like the beach and the
Yeah.
water is there. And when the sun goes down, obviously, sun sets in the west. It just like the way it hits the buildings in the city. I was like, this shit is
Yeah.
crazy. I've never been out there,
Yeah.
and we had a
And
good
remember,
time, bro.
it gets dark at like almost 10 too, because since we're so far west, like the sun sets at like 9:45 or something like that.
Yeah,
So we have so much daylight, and that should be coming up at like 5 in the morning. So, but again, the winter
and rice
time
stings another
is
one.
everything people say about Seattle, but that's okay. Once you get past that, it's Gucci.
Bro, I just was like, I was in love with the city, I would say like just very quickly I was like, wow, what was I doing? Not coming out here. And I'm like, next time the Yankees come out here, which is like now, but I'm like, I gotta plan a
Right.
trip to come out here. I bring my wife out here because I loved it, man. Great fish out there. Every all the seafood had out there was banging. Great coffee out there. You could just walk the bro. There's some cities you go to, there's no coffee. Like even when I go to Tampa, I'm like, we're going to Starbucks. In Seattle, all of them coffee shops, bomb. Just
Yeah.
I walk out of the hotel and I'll try a different coffee shop every day, and they got different kind of coffee. It's good. Um, bro, we went to I think you linked up with me at the T-Mobile party.
Yeah, I did.
Pete
Yep. Yep.
Alonso and Julio hosted that T-Mobile party that Nelly
Mhm.
performed at.
Yep.
That shit was mad fun. That
No,
shit was
that was a
mad
dope
fun.
night. We should have went to the Fanatics party though. But
No,
the
I know,
T-Mobile
but
was, was
I couldn't get in the Fanatics party. If I had the plug, I would have went over there. I ain't had a
see
plug for the Fanatics party because
see
that's where like
I did got it late, but see I used to work at T-Mobile, so like all those people that like threw the party, that used to be my old team. And so like it was kind of like a reunion for me. So kind of like you said with like, oh, I'm really him. Like that's how I felt, because they I went from there to the other big company that laid me off, which I won't name because they don't deserve any pub. But all the my T-Mobile people knew me as was this creator. And so when I walked in there, it was really like, yeah, no, I'm that nigga in here, and I'm loving it.
I I now that I'm thinking about it, there was a Mets fan who listened to me on WFAN that was out there working for T-Mobile, and he's the one that invited me to that party. And I remember trying to get JJ John Jastrzemski in and his sister Caroline, and it got to capacity, and they weren't letting people in. I felt bad. I'm like, nah, they're with me. They're New York people. Like, but like also, what was dope about that party? Pete Alonso and Julio had that elevated area upstairs. I was trying to get
It's
in
kind of the
there.
same.
I
Yeah.
got up there once it wasn't popping. Like Miro was up there. I forget who else was up there. What's
Mero
that girl?
was there.
That girl that used to do NBA 2K. I was rapping with her for a minute, but she thought I was hitting on her. I wasn't trying to hit her. Rachel Demita. Rachel A.
Oh,
Demita.
I didn't see her there.
Um,
But me and Mero literally like bumped into each other. He hella cool.
yeah, Miro's solid, bro. Like Joel, I ran into Miro working at MTV in 2015 when it was Deezus and Miro, and they were really just like funny guys from Twitter, like real New
Right.
Yorkers that like, you know what it was? They had a show on Complex YouTube,
Oh, I remember.
and
Yeah.
bro, I'll never forget the episode they had with Iman Shumpert was hilarious, and they're huge Knicks fans. So off of that, they got full-time jobs at MTV, and what's crazy is like this is why I say the universe never unconnects. I was in the MLB fan cave in 2014 watching their YouTube shows on Complex YouTube.
Right.
I get out of the fan cave, and in 2015, I start working at MTV2 as a social media coordinator. They start working there as like writers, content, like just, they were helping out with shows and like creating content and doing stuff for the brand. I'm like, yo, I used to watch y'all in the fan cave. Like, so I basically met them then. and they blew up, and then they split ways. And
Yeah.
I've more recently seen Miro than Deezus. But if I saw both of
Yeah.
them, I've seen them both at the stadium a bunch of times. Miro does a lot of stuff. Miro, I ran into Miro in LA at the All-Star game. They're both just
Yeah.
cool dudes. They're real Bronx, New
Yeah.
Yorkers, and like
Hero got the Hot
they show me
97
love.
now.
Yeah, Miro's doing Hot 97 with Kaz now. Honestly, I
Yeah.
got the drop on that. I got the drop on that before that went live because I went to, like, he does the Victory Light podcast. I went to go see him record Victory Light podcast last summer because his manager Victor, I was cool with, and before I had like an agent manager, I was actually thinking if I could run with them. So Victor was like, "Yo, pull up on us and see what we're doing here at Victory Light." And what's fucking hilarious is his boy that he does Victory Light with, his boy Rainey. Rainey just went viral making that song. Why is it so many Jalen's in the NBA? Look around, there's way too many Jalen's in the NBA. I met Rainey 2 summers ago at the Victory Light podcast that Miro invited me to. And it's just like, bro, we all know each other. It's crazy how so many of us are just like cross paths. And I just had Rainey.
Right.
I think the last time I was on WFAN, I had Rainey on my show because I was just trying to help him get more exposure because he's super talented. He's funny.
Right.
He makes music. He makes beats, but it's hard to get on, you know?
Right. And
Yeah,
it
so I
ain't
was
like
just showing
New
him
York is
love.
the easiest place, you know.
I was just showing him love, man. And I just always show. That's why I win too. Cause I don't think I ever look at somebody and be like, whack. Even if I think they're whack, like I won't outwardly hate on them.
Yeah.
I'll give them a chance to try to like, I want to like get to know you. Why do I think you're whack? Or where are you coming from with that? And then there's always a common denominator. And anybody that's doing the same type of stuff as me, I try to help. I try to put on.
Right.
I try to share the love, man. I try to share my light, because you never
Yeah.
know, bro. You never know who's about to blow next. And people
Right.
remember that shit. They say the same people you meet on the way up are the same people you meet on the way down. And it's 100% true. It's 100% true. You're going to need help. You're going to need a connection. You're going to need somebody to vouch for you. You're going to need somebody to put you on at some point. So it's best to just be cool with everybody.
That's a fact, bro. Everybody with me gets the benefit of the doubt that one time, because we know this shit happens sometimes, and sometimes people have bad days and all that stuff like that. But you gonna get the benefit of the doubt once. You do it a second time, and it's like, all right, now it's an indictment on me if I let you continue to do this bullshit. But
Oh, don't get me wrong. Like there's some people that fool me can't fool me again. There's some people that I've messed with in my career or on my way up, and whether if it was racism I felt or whether I felt like they were jealous of me or didn't want me to shine, like I nipped that in the bud. I'm going the other way. I get it. I'm out of here. I'll do my own thing. You got it. You got it.
yeah, right. I'm
Like
the king of you got it.
Yeah, I'm always you got it. I'm not gonna fight you for the spotlight. I'm not gonna I'm not gonna argue with you. I'm not gonna go back and forth with you. I'll shine on my own. I'll always find another way. Like I don't have to be on your podcast. I don't have to be at your company. I don't have to be next to you.
I'm gonna work with Gobi and get my own spotlight. So it is what it is.
Yeah, I gotta hit Govy up because like I got these lights in here. Like they're dope, but I just feel like I burnt them out because there's a strip light under me, right? Like if I cut
Yeah.
like the strip light under me, it's like
I
going
hate
out.
the strip lights, bro, because the strip light, like you can't once you
They're shaky.
for example, they're shaky, but like once you like cut that certain amount, like you can't just like add to it, It's just like, nah, that's it. It's cooked now. So you got to buy a whole new thing and get a whole new receiver for them.
Like speaking of which, I'm looking at my lights behind me. I'm like, my lights behind me aren't even on. So like I could go red. Make this room all red. It looks pink though.
Now y'all can
But see,
clip
it
that and
looks
be like,
pink
yo,
because
he
like
really
right here, this
going
light.
for
Okay,
real.
there it goes. Now it's red. I was gonna say this strip light is tweaking. This strip light is tweaking.
Now he on his New Jersey Devil.
Yeah, shout out to the Devils, bro. Maybe next year. Second out. Shout out to JJ Fiore in the chat. Said almost KM to AM. You bet. You bet.
Oh shit, yeah, it's 5 minutes away.
Yeah, so man, and that too. The KM to AM thing. It's funny. I went back on YouTube. They had my first night on YouTube, and I was like, I don't know what I'm gonna call the show. I don't have a name yet. And there was some kid on Twitter, and he disappeared after. He made a graphic with KM, the number 2 AM, and he basically blessed me with that and then disappeared. And when I read it, I was like, KM to AM. I'm like, oh, that's hard. Cause like
That's a
my
double
show
entendre.
would either end at 12 a.m. or 2 a.m.
Mhm.
No matter when it would start, it would end at 12 a.m. or it would be 7 to 12, or it would be 10:30, 11. Sometimes it would start a.m. Sometimes I would joke a.m. KM, like, but like that was a wave, bro. I had the logo made. I had shirts made off that.
It's trendy too.
It just sounds right. You know, I see people,
Right.
I literally saw people today, KM to AM. People just say it. I'm like, dope, man.
It's KM to AM.
I got
See,
the
I
drop.
gotta get me a drop. Yeah, I gotta get a drop, man. Cal, come on, bro. It's 94 miles per hour. Cal has not been able to catch up to any fastball above
Brent
90.
Hedrick doing it for the Yanks. Like, let's go.
See, I couldn't even really get in my bag and talk shit for real. It was nasty from the first inning.
Ooh,
First
tough,
two
tough
batters
for
of the
y'all.
game. This is that whole like, oh, it's a long, you know, the whole fan cope. Like, oh, it's only game 6. It's a long season. We gonna be all right.
Nah, and it doesn't matter. Like, don't even say like we gonna be all right. Everybody's gonna be all right until I don't know June. Hold on.
Yeah.
Yeah, these strip lights. It's like a shortage in these strip lights.
Right. That's what I'm saying. They're like really, really faulty.
Yeah, they don't last forever. I have some from Govi, some from Elgato. Shout out to the good folks at Elgato. They've hooked up everything. My XLR mixer, my mic arm is Elgato. This camera is Elgato. My soundproofing is Elgato. Shout out to Miguel over at Elgato. Like, solid dude. Real one.
See,
Real
that's what I
one.
was trying to do. Trying to get my Shure set up. I got it set up on my laptop. You know, I got this action right here. And I'm on my desktop right now. And so you gotta like do the setting for the mixer on the desktop. And I didn't feel like trying to remember how to do it or going to watch the video on how to set it up. So I'm just like, let me just go through the AirPod audio this time, and next time I'll be ready for prime time. That's really why we're getting our ass kicked, because I didn't really go with the setup I needed.
It's all good.
Super.
Your camera's clear enough. You sound good enough. Like it sounds good. I've done this with a lot of people where it's like, I don't know what they got set up. They got nothing set up. It makes a difference. It makes a big difference.
Yeah, bro.
First out of the top of the ninth.
We got George Kirby on the bump tomorrow, bro. I like my chances.
Let's go. Back to the TikTok chat. Gold Glove says, if you had to choose between Yankees tickets on Friday versus Saturday or Sunday's package, what do you think you're going with? Friday. Friday, 1:30. Friday, 1:35. I'm not going Saturday or Sunday. I got a little bit of a cold I'm trying to shake so that I'm ready to go 10 a.m. on Friday. Bird says, what are your playoff thoughts on the Knicks? I'm a Pistons fan. I respect Mike Brown. Let the chips fall where they may. I don't see the Knicks getting back to the Eastern Conference Finals. They could, but let the chips fall where they may. Like, I don't know. What was the final score with the Rockets tonight? Because they were getting waxed. The Knicks lost to the Rockets by 17. So, I don't know. Let me look at the box score. Who didn't play for the Knicks? Mitchell Robinson sat down? No, Mitchell Robinson played. OG Anunoby played. Josh Hart played. Karl Anthony Towns played. They had their full complement of guys. They just couldn't stop. Who was it? KD? Alperin?
Yeah, probably Sangoon.
KD had 27. Sengun had 13.
I like that for my future Sonic.
Tari Eason had 17. Eamon Thompson had 17. And then off the bench, Reed Shepard had 20. Sometimes you get beat. Sometimes you go to Houston, you get beat. Sean MC C7. Keith, what's up, man? What's up? Waiting for the Yankees to win. Waiting for Yankees to get another win. Force the rubber match. Sean said was on YouTube chat, but here also going to be tuning in daily. Yeah. When I have guests, TikTok is kind of one-sided. It's kind of like you're missing a little bit, but all this stuff's going to get worked out and improved. I'm like 4 streams in, and I'm talking to a few different people about ways to just improve these lives. And like I said, this is something new for me. This is something that I haven't done, and I'm all about that. You know, there's a saying, if you want to go where you've never been, you've got to do what you've never done. And so many people get stuck in their comfort zone. So many people get stuck. Like I want to read something my boy Justin sent me. Shout out to Justin. Forever New York, forever next year, launching soon. Keith McPherson collab, launching soon. I thought this. He sent it to me and he said like, "Yo, this made me think of you." I'm like, "Oh, I could have wrote this." See my strip light tweaking again. See if I can airdrop it to the computer and just put it up there. I get too many text messages in a day. And I'm all about like motivation and different quotes and different things that just kind of like make you think about your life. You know, I was talking about rest in peace to the sheriff, one of the bleacher creatures passed. Had a heart attack in his sleep. From what I was told, he died in his sleep at night. And I'm like, bro, makes you think about life and what are we all really doing here? And like, you got one of these, bro. You got one of these to go get it. You got one of these to, leave a legacy. You got one of these to impact people. You got one of these to make money. You got one of these to win and feel joy and feel great about life. And you should feel some negative things too. You should feel some hurt and some pain. That's the full experience of being a human being and being alive. But
everybody's been on a losing streak before.
It's part of it. You got to lose to know how to win. But yeah, my boy Justin sent this. He said, you could have wrote this. This reminded me of you. He said, the older you get, the more you realize luck is just exposure. If you sit in the same chair, same routine, talking to the same people, nothing new happens. You have to touch the world to win. Travel more, talk to strangers, try a new coffee spot, post on social media, start a side hustle. The world rewards motion. You don't find opportunity sitting still.
That's a fact. That's literally why in this year of almost 40, I am doing everything outside of my comfort zone. Like I'm about to go horseback riding this spring. Like Shit is crazy. Like, I don't even like going outside half the time. Like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna really be up there like Django, bro. Like, it's
I
man.
don't end up like Christopher Reeves.
Yeah, no.
You know, what I'll say about that is like that hit home for me because I'm another year older, right? And I just put out this whole thing about how like, you know, I did this like audition the other day, and I crushed it. And you know, these people were just like giving it up for me. And I sat down at the place and I was like, you know what? When I was young, I used to think that famous people like were lucky people, that like they got lucky by accident, like they won a lottery or sweepstakes to get on TV, that like, you know, it was by chance that they got there. And I put out the video saying like, luck is preparation meeting opportunity, right? There is no luck. People will say you're lucky to try to like downplay you. Oh, this is cool. They're closing a roof right now in Seattle.
Oh,
That's
that's what they're
cool.
doing because it's starting to rain.
Yeah, but more ballparks should have a retractable roof like that. That shit is dope. But anyway, you know, this hit home for me because I just put out that video. My boy Justin said, you know, let me send this to you. He's like, you could have wrote this. If you sit in the same chair, same routine, talking to the same people, nothing new happens. For 4 years, I sat in the same chair at WFAN, doing the same nighttime routine, taking calls from the same callers. Not too much happened. You have to touch the world to win. Yo, I can't tell you, 1 out, 2 to get, how many different places I've gone, lunches I've had, calls I've had, how many different people I've talked to in the last couple months because of the decision I made. Travel more, talk to strangers, try a new coffee spot, post on social media, start a side hustle. I've been posting more on social media than ever. I had somebody from Facebook Meta reach out. They're like, you posted 28 reels in 30 days. Like I popped up on their thing. They put me in the like creator marketplace. You know, I went to Tampa. And in my Tampa trip, I did so many little things. I did a little watch party. Had a couple people pull up for the watch party for the World Baseball Classic. I went to the game. I shot a little field segment for a project that I'm working on at the game. You know, it was my wife's birthday. We went out to dinner there, and you know, it was just a fun trip, just getting out of our comfort zone here in New York for a little while, and it just gives you perspective. You come back, and it makes you, you know, want to hustle a little bit more. And speaking of hustle, start a side hustle, right? The world rewards motion. I've started doing in-person events that I am doing all the logistics for. My merch right now is changing, where you'll see this week some different merch that I'm going to debut, and then my actual old merch will come back. All of my content is monetized, where, like I said, you know, I'm posting more than ever. It's not crazy money, but to get a little $50, $60, $70 direct deposit that can pay for the Easy Pass, pay for the toll, pay for gas, take it. And, you know, what I do is sports talk radio. I'm an on-air personality. But I think I'm going to be doing more on-camera TV stuff. And even in this time, my modeling agent and my actual agent have sent me castings, and I've gone to do that. And there you have it. Randy Arozarena grounds out to shortstop, and the Yankees win. Funk Master Flex Night. Funk Master Flex Night. The Yankees win again.
Another one. Another one.
What other sounds I got? I got the all the Mariners fans sitting there like,
Nah, we Gucci.
nah, you guys are straight. You guys will be all right. You'll be all right. You'll be all right tomorrow.
Bing bang.
I'll be in the building tomorrow.
Oh, you going to the game tomorrow? It's a day game tomorrow.
Yeah. Hey, it was like you were saying, you're like, oh, I got some time to slide to the day game and all that stuff like that. Like, that's the one thing about, you know, me for one, me being the caregiver, me being the dad to my son, he be in daycare. So like I actually have a solid window during the day to like get work done for myself And from time to time, there's opportunities like these day games. So I'm gonna slide to the day game tomorrow, and little 2.5, 3 hour game. Like I might have to leave a little early just to get them from daycare and stuff like that. But hey, like you can slide out, go to the park solo, and yeah, just have a good time. So
Get it done, man. Hold it down. Find a way. Be a good dad, but also go get your content. Go shake some hands, meet some fans, be out in public. It can all happen. You just got to schedule it. You just got to get it all scheduled and done. Giancarlo Stanton. So, what I like to do here is wrap this up with a quick post game, and in the post game we'll do the big shot of the night. And I'm not going to play the big shot music or the Frank Sinatra music anymore, because then I get flagged and then I can't monetize the stream, and then I got to go in the back end and I got to do all this other yada 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 means. But yeah, so big shot of the night goes to the player of the game, goes to the guy that I think had the best game, or I guess the most impactful game in the chat. Go ahead and tell us who you think your big shot of the night is. I am uploading mine as we speak. And without further ado, my pick for big shot of the night is Max Fried. Max Fried is your big shot of the night. Max Fried goes 6 innings, 0 earned runs, 6 Ks, and he's the stopper, and he helps lead the Yankees to victory. He's the ace of the staff, and he's a guy you could count on. They gone. They dead. That's it. Did anybody else have a runner-up? Did anybody else have another pick? Did anybody else have a counter? I'm sure. Stanton has been up for big shot of the night. Honestly, Stanton could be big shot of the night. Any of these games, Stanton could be big shot of the night for the whole start of this season. Stanton has been so good.
Yankees fans were playing on his name too.
Yeah, he's keeping people quiet right now. He's keeping people quiet right now. Yeah, I was about to say that's incorrect, right? I was about to say, didn't he pitch into the 7th?
Yeah, he pitched 7. 9.
I was going to say I ripped this from MLB. They have the incorrect numbers there. As I go back to the box score, how does MLB have the incorrect graphic? I didn't make this graphic right here.
Because it's 12-13 out there, and the social media managers, they had to step out to get some food or something,
Yeah, they missed an inning. That's fine. But see, that's why we got people in the chat like Thomas, like, bro, 7 innings. You're right. Are we ever going to see the Martian in the Bronx again? I'm not worried about that. Did you see him misplay that ball in left field? He's still struggling a little bit in the outfield. What's up, Keith, with the KM to AM feed? Yeah. You know it. Still here. Still available to do shows. One day, WFAN is going to ring my line and say, hey, we need some KM to AM vibes. I'm ready. I'm around. I live 3 miles away from the station. I can get to the station in 40 minutes. They know where I am if they need me. Sean McCreary tapping back in. What's up? Gonna be tuning in here in TikTok Daily now. Appreciate the love. This is a young guy. Goes to Fairfield University. Just did a project where he had to reach out to somebody in media to connect with, and I was that person. I was flattered. Let's see. I think that's all. Well, oh no, I wanted to do my hot take of the day. Hot take of the day. I don't even have one. Let me think about it though. Oh, I do have one I was thinking about. What the fuck? I was thinking about Brent Hedrick. Let's pull up Brent Hedrick right now. Brent Hedrick right now is balling out of control. I said, is Brent Hedrick really like this, bro? So I think the only lefties in the pen are him and Tim Hill. And I did not. I guess I was unfamiliar with his game. I did not know Brent Hedrick was really about to be this serviceable, this valuable in late game situations like he has been. So my hot take of the day is right now, Brent Hedrick is the most valuable guy in that bullpen that we least expected. He's pitched in this regular season 4 games, 3 in the third innings pitched, 5 strikeouts, a 1.80 whip. Shout out to Brent Hedrick for coming into games and giving up nada and getting it done. And speaking of done, I'm cooked, y'all. It has been real. It has been fun. But I got to take some NyQuil and I got to go to sleep because you know what? Even if you're not ready for the day, it cannot always be night. Yo, especially when you got kids, bro, the day gonna come. Like the sun gonna come up whether you ready or not, bro. So appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate y'all, man. My guy Rome. Make sure y'all follow Rome. Look up Rome Johnson.
Yeah, I tried to
Look
put my
up
stuff
Rome.
wouldn't let me post it, but just
That's weird. I don't know why. Look up Rome Johnson.
Yeah.
On all socials, man. On all socials, man.
Yeah, you'll find me on there. I'm gonna change my picture to me and my KD jersey, so just look for that. Look for all that Sonic stuff.
All right, Rome, you the man, bro. Appreciate you rocking with me.
Yes,
I always
sir.
end these the same way with my same catchphrase. Stay blessed, stay up, and stay ready. So you ain't gotta get ready. I'm out.